Welcome, everyone, to the Crystal Chronicles. This is not episode 158, but this is my unofficial official birthday stream, which will be shared as a podcast, a very long podcast likely. I hope you all enjoy it. I am joined currently by Mino. Thank you, Soraya the Ranger, for that subscription. You may have noticed you heard the little thing and saw the little guy. Look at that. I'm learning stuff. There's a lot going on. You got a camera. Obviously, if you're listening to the podcast, you're not seeing any of this. But we got a camera. We got voice widgets. We got chat widgets. We got little zombie guys because I haven't paid for anything else. We got a couple videos. Great. It's very nice. Very exciting. Yes, it is my birthday week. It is not my birthday day necessarily. Could be.
Isn't it just called a birth week?
Yes, it is the birth week of me. 40 years ago, my mother gave birth to me. Almost at a wedding rehearsal, or in a taxi, or a car, or something. It was very traumatic, I've heard from everyone multiple times. Mostly because they were old. So my parents were 39 and 41 when I was born. So I hear that.
Dang.
But I'm joined fresh off of the ranting hour by BC and Necklord, and of course Mino Spellgood, who is going to be a regular part of the podcast, is also with us. So we were just going to come and hang out before Kagome launches, and we don't spend resources on her, and we potentially beat a chapter. So we figured we hang out with all of you, and let's get some subs. I don't have anything to sub for.
I need to watch Inuyasha.
Have you never watched Inuyasha?
No.
I don't know that you need to watch Inuyasha.
Because I was gonna embarrass myself and ask who was Kagome.
So
but then I looked it up. But then I said it anyways.
She is the main character.
Good. Always Google first. BC, always Google first.
Yes, Kagome is the main character, and she is a modern day.
Yasha was the main character, is he not?
Well, I mean, technically, I think Kagome is the main character. It's an ensemble cast, but she is a temple maiden from the future who goes back to feudal Japan. So there's a lot of themes going on with Iroha. Now, someone also said that one of her abilities or one of her buffs is it kind of sounds like Zanpakuto, but it's actually the name of Aizen's Zanpakuto.
We have a stroke.
There's a lot of
BC. You make anime comparisons all the fucking time.
This is there's just a lot of weeb stuff going on in this event. That's all I'm trying to say. But yeah,
hey,
Kikyo also Temple Maiden from Inuyasha.
We should go over the kit really quick, because honestly, there are a lot of people who don't understand the finer points, and we didn't cover that in the ranting hour. So we should just do like a informal podcasting where you lay out her kit really quick.
You gonna subject Mark to that on his birthday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Iroha. She has buttons that you press, a skill 1, a skill 2, an LD, an AA, and an EX. The EX ability is a charging ability. The LD is limited, as is the AA. And the skill 1 and skill 2 are also technically limited because they only have a certain amount. And then she presses buttons. She doesn't really do anything else. And she makes you have some brave. There you go. And then you use your buttons, and then you keep the brave. And that's all she does.
Forward to this for months, and I'm not gonna let Mark dodge it. I even watched all the should you pulls just in case, and people definitely skirted around the names 100%. I think Joe was covering.
No one reads still names anyways,
and he tried the 1 and 2, and then like he didn't even try the EX name, and he just skipped right past it.
Yeah. So here we go. So. Amatsu, this is skill 1. Amatsu Chon, and that gives Sekanukai. That's the buff. Sakanokai or Sekanoki.
Oh yeah, that's
Sekanoki. Is that what we're going with? Sekanoki. And then there's Amatsu Fuga, also gives Sekanoki. And then you have Amatsu, and this is Lord Aizen Zanpakuto, which is, I should have looked up. I've only, like, my kids can pronounce all these names because they've watched Bleach so much.
Let's watch Bleach.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
Kyoka Suigetsu. I remember that one.
What is it?
Kyoka Suigetsu.
Kyoka Sugetsu. That is literally the buff that you get. Kyoka
Yeah.
Sugetsu. That is Lord Aizen's. I don't know why she summons Lord Aizen. It means something like mirrored flower, beautiful one, something stupid. Nobody cares, right? And then her LD ability is called Rise from the Ashes. And it's a phoenixy thing. So there you got a phoenix.
Rise from the ashes?
Yeah, Rise from the Ashes. And this is according to the TonberryTroupe.com for all your beautiful infographics. And if you didn't want to go full anime, don't check out the infographic because it's full on anime. I mean, it's just full on. There, she might as well just be Kikyo Kagome Iroha. Same character. Just, there you go. She's in all of her anime glory. It's a really nice image, but total anime. And so according to the Tonberry Troupe, it is Rise from the Ashes, and Phoenix Favor is the little buff above her head. That is the thing that allows you to retain 20% of your brave after each HP attack. Everybody gets that. That's for the party. That's her big thing, her big mechanic. And she gets 12 turns of that, so 36 turns of retaining brave. Brave retention. She's like a little ditch you build out back so the water retains and you don't flood your basement or something. I don't know why we do those, but there's reasons. Good evening. Oh, I should look at chat. Good evening, chat. How are you? Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to you. Maybe you have a birthday too. It's Iroha's birthday. She's being birthed into DFFOO in just half an hour. How exciting. Hoo-ha. Just like Kagome was birthed with the soul of Kikyo from feudal Japan so long
Mark
ago.
can sell me anything and I'd buy it.
Yeah, so I will say that, I don't know how big into anime your significant other might be, but it's a good significant other anime. I mean,
Why?
Good watching.
What makes it? It's
not particularly. Thank you for whatever that was that jumped up on screen. Somebody followed. Didn't stay very long. Maybe I need to fix that. No idea what that was. Somebody followed. I appreciate that. First time chat. What up, Har? What up, Har? Good to hear from you. Good to see you. No, that duration.
It's not a
was
horny anime. Is that true? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's not. Well,
anime.
I mean, what's his name? The monk. Wow. Mikuro. Oh Lord, what's? Somebody tell me. What's the monk's name?
No, we didn't watch Boomer.
Miroku. Thank you, Miroku. Miroku is your classic Brock from Pokemon, always trying to get with the ladies. He's always asking people to have his babies. Literally, he's always asking people to have his babies. But it's feudal Japan. You gotta make babies. So that's how.
That's true of modern Japan.
Yeah, well, it's true in a lot of. We gotta still have babies.
The government is paying people to have each other's babies because
there's
population growth is there.
Yeah, in most of Asia, actually, I've read some things out of China too. Some issues there with but
Japan is going extinct because they made their hentai too appealing.
I
Real
like
women don't stack up anymore.
I like Inuyasha. I think it's a fun fantasy. It's not kind of like that sword art kind of whatever is whatever you call that kind of genre. It's kind of like that, but it's not kind of like that.
It is like that, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, she's kind of in both. It's kind of more like Bleach, where she's in her time and she's in. I guess Sword Art is like that too, isn't that? They're in the game sometimes. I have not watched Sword Art Online, so
we should watch that together.
Yeah. But it's fun. It's pretty simple. I mean, it's big swords, magic. It's standard anime, right? I mean, it's very much like Bleach and Dragon Ball and anything else, One Piece. I mean, it's just a standard kind of anime. But I liked the setting, the fantasy setting. So, and I like the characters in Inuyasha. I enjoyed it. I have watched it all, and my kids have watched it. So, yeah. Join the stream. What is going on? We're just talking about the upcoming character Iroha, who sucks. That's what BC's talking about for the last hour. About how
we didn't talk about Iroha at all.
You didn't talk about her at all.
Ink was just so angry I didn't even want to bother trying. And he was just we already know. Like we already know Ink can be insanely biased because look at him and Edward, right? Like just if you bring up Edward at all, it's like a 10-15 minute tirade. I just didn't want to bother challenging
that's not bias. Yeah. That's mental illness, I think, because not completing the character boards or not like the thank you, Eisen. For
Mark does not represent the official TCC stance on this issue.
When Mino's the one saying that, that's hilarious.
Yeah, yeah. I don't represent the official TCC.
No, are we drinking for your special birth week stream?
Yeah, I have already been drinking.
Okay, I can tell. Honestly, I can tell. We can all tell.
I couldn't.
So, Mark, you're going to be the big 4-0
this
week.
I am turning 40, or I've already turned 40.
Are you guys going to do anything big for that?
Yes, we are. Hopefully, my wife was not feeling particularly well this morning, but we do have some plans to go into the city tomorrow. And then we have a party on Saturday, and then we're doing some stuff in church on Sunday. So we're having a picnic, kind of like bring your own picnic after church on Sunday. And then I paid for unlimited. One of the ice cream stores has a semi that they bring out and do unlimited ice cream sundaes. So they prepare those and serve those, and people can have ice cream sundaes. So if you're around New Lenox, come get some sundaes. But no, yeah. So it's going to be a fun week, and I've already my mom's birthday is on Monday, so we went down and celebrated her birthday. She's 79. Yeah, we went down and went to the hipster pizza place that they love. My 81-year-old and 79-year-old parents who love all these hipster places. Pistachio cream pizza. It's not really pizza, but it's freaking delicious. And all
pistachio pizza. That sounds great.
It is. It's
horrendous.
No, it's amazing. It does sound horrendous. It sounds terrible. Like everything in this restaurant sounds terrible. Freaking amazing. That's a wood fire, but like my entire hometown has been turned into like this hipster paradise, which is great because it's wonderful and it's fun. It's like you go hang downtown and it's like there's things to do and places to do, and it's
places
fun.
to do.
Yeah, there's people to do, places to go. I mean, depending on what kind of community you're in, there are people to do in my hometown. It's a lot of fun. So. My parents aren't cool, but they are digging the hipster vibe of my hometown. Their friends, not so much. Their friends are like, I don't like that place. They want their, early bird special at their, restaurant that's 150 years old. So I'm from a very, very old town as far as Illinois goes. So, so it was not like 15 years ago when I left. It was like dying, and then they revitalized everything, which is awesome. Hey, there's a Q&A. Stop the presses. Drez64 asks, thank you, Drez, one of our faithful supporters. Hey, if you want to support us, you can give us a follow, a like, a sub. Join our Discord, tccpodcast.com, for all the information. What's the best pizza style and toppings? Well, the best pizza style is Chicago deep dish from Uno's, not from Duo's, from Uno's, the original Uno's, not some of these chains. And sausage and pepperoni, obviously. So that is my pick. Good night, Necklord. Sweet
BC?
Prince.
Best
Good
pizza.
night, Necklord. Damn,
Chicago
you're
deep dish.
Yeah.
How much have you been drinking? I'm gonna have fun on this stream. I'm not gonna be the drunkest person here, but I did break out some special whiskey to drink for this stream for your. In my special whiskey, I only mean like $60-$70 whiskey.
Woo!
So not.
Yeah, wait,
No,
67? Is that a lot?
No, it's not. It's like
Oh.
middle of
Yeah,
the
that's a
road.
good
So I'm
whiskey.
saying it's not that special.
Yeah, it's a good whiskey.
Bushmills, aged 10 years.
Nice. Yeah, you can get, I mean, for $60, $70, you can get a quality whiskey.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess.
Right? No, I mean,
I don't know. Apparently,
Oh no, I better go.
it's culture shock, right? I was like, buy a $1.5K chair, and then people were freaking out. So apparently, I don't know what money is.
No, I
understand
don't. I
the
don't
value of
either.
money. I live in LA, so
Yeah.
these seem like normal prices to me. So like $60, $70, $80 alcohol is like not even close to top shelf. So I don't know what people.
No,
I'm
the chair thing. I think it's just a weird thing for people to think about sitting in a chair that much. But it's like a bed. Like you don't realize how much like
See,
I think you really get that once you bought a chair that wasn't good. You're like, damn, I sit in this bitch a lot. Like
BC, you're a man of culture. You're a man of culture.
I'm not.
Would you feel comfortable disclosing how much you spent on your chair
400.
and your bed?
That's a good question. I think at least 500.
Mm-hmm. And then
and I regret not spending more.
Right.
Exactly.
Thank you. I did. I used to cheap out on the chair, like 100 to 200, and I got those gamer chairs, and gamer chairs suck, guys.
They
do. Don't get gamer chairs. Gamer chairs.
100%.
The ones you see in the YouTube videos where the guys are like, "Yeah, buy this gaming chair. Get
The
the
chair I'm sitting on
Don't.
also sucks.
Don't.
It's a year old.
I've learned a lot about ergonomics working from home these last 2 years, and the fact that gamer chairs are like really inflexible, where office chairs let you like bob and lean back.
Move. Yeah, that's really important.
Yeah, that's such a big deal. And so like,
good sheets are out there.
I don't know, but BC and Teleute always have to remind me that I live in an LA bubble, so I don't know what's normal.
No,
I mean,
you like socially is where you mess up, but like money wise, I think you're a bit more reasonable.
Yeah,
once you sleep in a $2,000 bed,
Exactly.
that shit changed my life.
Yeah. Word.
I mean, if you're spending, let's say, minimally 7 hours in bed, like minimally, that should be like how much you. Some people need less, but 7 to 9 hours, right? You should be spending some money on that bed. Make it a good bed, comfortable bed, so you're not changing it every year. I mean, some people are sleeping on a $100 mattress they've had for 10 years. Like, I've been wearing $20 sneakers for I don't know how long. And I went to the running shoe store a few months ago, went through, got on the treadmill, did all this stuff. They like fitted my feet, got, fitted insoles. Didn't spend that much on shoes. I mean, a couple $100, maybe $300 with the insoles. That shit's life changing. Like, I don't know why I haven't spent money on good shoes, everyday shoes.
Yeah,
these are not running shoes.
I need to spend more on shoes. I only spend $100 on shoes. That's not acceptable.
And we're not talking like flashy shoes.
No,
we're talking like shoes that make you like have better posture. Like that.
Yes.
That shit adds up over time.
I think I did. I don't know if BC runs a lot, but I remember like on this topic for one of the meeting icebreakers. That's my job, is coming up with icebreakers for the meetings. That's my entire job description. And it was what item do you not hold back on? Like, what item do you splurge on? And one of my coworkers said shoes, and she said she spends like $700-800 on running shoes.
Oh yeah,
because she runs every day.
Yep.
And that is 100% worth it. She's like, you don't even understand like the difference between like good running shoes if you're an athlete
and
versus,
socks. Like I got some good freaking socks. Oh man, like I've started wearing like high quality socks. Let me tell you. I hate spending money, like in general.
Yeah.
Like I don't have any
I
concept of what money
couldn't tell,
does.
Mark. Could not tell.
But like yeah, I do not enjoy spending money at all. I am super cheap and super frugal, and yeah, I would micromanage every cent that we make if I could help it. But at the same time, I also have no idea what anything costs. We were at a football game in my hometown. Seeing one of my nephews play. They were actually playing my hometown, so we went down to the stadium. And I tell my wife and my brother and sister-in-law and their everybody, like, I'll take the kids. They need to go to the bathroom. So I went to the concession stand. I'm like, yeah, let's see. They had little boxes of popcorn. I was like, let's get four popcorns, and they'll be like, they said, that's $4. I said, oh, let's make it $5. And then, I gave them $20 thinking it was $4 per popcorn. And then I would just give them 20 and we get 5 popcorns. We share them around. They were little boxes, right? They're like, oh, no, there was $1 a popcorn. It was $4 total. Yeah, I have no freaking idea how much anything costs. Obviously, I just sign the credit card statement and pay for it when it comes due. And that's how life, J.A. I hate spending money, buys new Legos. First of all the Lego money is all the Legos money is funeral money. So every time I do a funeral, I generally get some kind of extra stipend that is not part of my pay, especially if I do funerals for funeral homes that are not connected to my church.
During this pandemic.
Yeah, and I've had 12 this year, so that adds up, and so it's an honor.
Don't take that seriously.
An honorarium, and so all of the Legos that I have in my office, which are many, I have several $1,000s in Lego sets. It's not blood money. No. It is a living memorial.
I was gonna make the joke.
It is a living memorial. First of all, there's no blood because they're dead and embalmed or ashes.
Oh, yeah, I got it in one.
First of all, there's no blood. You don't just bleed out in the casket. Come on, people. Do you not know? Some of you are like super offended. I understand. I am like, that's just not who I am when it comes to death. I'm just so used to it. I'm around it all the time.
Want to say the same?
Doesn't bother me at all.
To back Mark up, I noticed when I used to work in these kinds of jobs is that like cops, firefighters, priests, like coronary doctors and stuff, like if you can't joke about it, you're not going to survive. And they all have really black humor to help them cope.
Oh yeah,
and like
funeral,
you gotta be able to
directors.
Joke about this shit if you deal with it all the time. So like if you get offended, you're clearly someone who is nowhere near the field and
I got a bunch
really
of doctor friends.
Yeah, like you gotta be able to.
Doctors are horrible people.
Oh yeah, no, they're 100%. My wife's a nurse. And she was a pediatric nurse, so know tons of pediatric doctors. My brother-in-law is a firefighter, a full-time professional firefighter. Yeah, and I know a lot of funeral directors, and those people are dark. Like, funeral directors are, like, that's a whole different level of humor to hang out. Good people, though. I love funeral directors. Hey, Rubes, the Cubes. Or attorneys about their clients, psychologists, all that kind of stuff. Are you buying? Bishop71 says, are you buying the Seinfeld Lego set? I have not seen the Seinfeld Lego set. My wife has both of the Friends Lego set, the Central Perk set and the 2 Apartments set, so I have bought those for her. But yeah, each Lego set is a living memorial where I build them and I think and I pray for the families and I think about the wonderful people that I've gotten to know, and then they sit in my office and are great reminders of those wonderful lives that I've been a part of. So
Jesus, Mark.
to address
I also really like Legos, so it all works out for me.
Before Mark's super long rant, I haven't seen Drunk Mark in so long, guys. It's been years. This is a treat for me. But as he was going on to address some back, Excalibur was asking, what's wrong with gaming chairs? As someone who's done so much fucking research on this during the pandemic, is that gaming chairs are, as Har said, they're a fucking scam marketed to gamers who don't know anything about the real world. I agree with that. That's why they chug like Mountain Dew and eat Doritos and shit. The gaming chairs are so stupid because they claim to quote unquote enhance your performance, and they're these rigid, uncomfortable chairs. And what they market themselves as is, oh, sure, they're uncomfortable in the short term, but they're more bearable in the long term is one of the marketing slogans for it, which is stupid as shit. And the other thing is that they're like you have to sit in it in a proper way. Like I linked Mark in TCC support. Like they're like here's an instruction manual how to sit in a gaming chair. You need perfect posture and it will support your perfect is the dumbest shit in the world. Okay, real high-end gaming chairs don't even come close to price and quality as high-end office chairs. All right. Like these gaming chairs only came into existence very recently. Office chairs and people sitting in offices 16 hours a fucking day have been around for fucking decades. They office chairs, like the highest end gaming chair doesn't top like 2K, whereas the highest end office chairs go to like 6K.
Thousands of
And
dollars, yeah.
yeah, and they're like super fucking quality for super rich people to fucking sit in. All right, like don't get a gaming chair. I guarantee you, if you get an office chair of the same price, it'll be a lot better.
Yeah, get a chair that'll last you for pretty much ever.
Yeah, but I mean, you
One
don't
and
have
done.
to. I mean, depending on your budget, you don't have to spend
Yeah.
thousands of dollars to get a leather
Yeah.
bound. Like, as someone who works in churches and has followed some real douchebags, like sometimes pastors come in and buy office furniture that's just way over the top, right? And so yeah, you need to have a working good quality thing, but you can find affordable things. Just look at the reviews and
Excalibur saying, can you get a good chair for a few $100s? Probably Excalibur.
You got a decent one.
And what's the recommendation for good chairs? Apparently, Herman Miller
Herman Miller's really good.
is the golden standard of office chairs. They're a little price. It's like
They are
Apple, right?
expensive.
They
Yeah.
charge a little more because because their brand is so good. But if
Yeah.
you're serious about chairs, Herman Miller is the golden standard for if you're gonna sit for fucking 8 hours at a fucking time.
I wonder if someplace like CNET has a good. If you're not familiar with CNET, they do tech reviews and stuff. I generally like how they approach stuff. They might have good things about gaming office chairs. Things to use that are very nice. Herman Miller or Miller Lite. Yes. If you drink enough Miller Lite, it doesn't matter what chair you sit in because you're going to be on the floor, passed out. Where's Raw Life? Speaking of that. Oh, hey, welcome everybody. 56 of you with us live. Appreciate that. Do follow us. I think we may have broken 1,500 followers on Twitch. We're over that other places, but thank you for all of us. If you haven't followed us, follow us. If you haven't followed us on YouTube, follow, sub, all that, like, sub, ring the bell, all that kind of stuff. And if you want to throw out a sub, appreciate that. I don't really have a 50 for 50 or a 50. I'm not 50. Fuck. Somebody sent me a card. I got, I get cards, and that's great because I do. I send cards to people for their birthdays. I do that thing on Facebook for all my 2,000 Facebook friends. I wish everybody happy birthday. We send cards for anniversaries and birthdays in the church, and it's something I enjoy doing. So I do get cards for my birthday, and so somebody from my hometown was like, "You only turned 50 once. Happy birthday!" On the card. I'm like, I didn't turn 50, but thanks, I guess.
Damn, I thought you were that old.
I should. Well, my brother is. I have a brother who's 11 years older than me. He's 51.
Jesus.
So my parents were quite old when I was born. Hey, Raw Life. We were just talking about Miller. Herman Miller, not Miller Genuine Draft. But yeah, so although I have been drinking, we went to this. We were up in Milwaukee. Speaking of Miller, we went to see the Brewers and Cubs. We went to see the Cubs get destroyed, which sucked ass. It's a bad day to be a Cubs fan. But we went up to Milwaukee and we saw a Cubs game, and then we went to the zoo the next day, stayed overnight, and we went to a nice little pub. And I had we both my wife did. My wife took a sip of it, and then she ordered one, and then ordered another one. Cider Boys Peach Country. It's apple peach cider, hard cider. And the company is called Cider Boys, and it's at Benny's Beverage Depot. You can pick it up. So had a one of those at least this morning. So Gift subs. Thank you, Cyndaquil. Yes, gift subs. Gift subs to me, for me, for us, and we'll do something. I don't know. If we get 40 subs, we'll do something.
I'll pity Iroha LD at a certain amount, and I'll pity LBT at another amount.
Okay, just we just appreciate. We'll do some fun things with us.
Circling back, Mark was talking about shit money habits. I want to talk. I'd love to talk about that, and we're dragging BC into this.
Oh, hold on. Silo asks, what gifts other than subs does Mark want? Tokens of appreciation. Just subs is fine.
I want you to know that you don't drag me into anything. I choose to partake.
Mino, yeah. Legos. I'm running out of space in my office for Legos.
Shit money habits. All Asians will know this. Basically, I don't know if your girlfriend does this too, but so when Asians go out to eat, it's always a fight over the check, no matter how poor you are. And I've spent way more money than I can afford at all times to cover the check. I don't know what it is. It's an Asian blood to always be the one paying the check, even if you can't fucking afford it. So whenever I go out to eat with a large group of friends, I always eat shit. So Mark was saying he didn't know the cost of popcorn. That's the same thing with me. I don't even look at the bill.
No.
And I'll fight for the check. But I'm Asian. I can tell you it's true. We feel really bad if someone pays for you.
Interesting.
Mino speaking truth. I always speak truth. I'm the best. BC, what's your shit spending habit?
I don't think I have any.
BC's pretty fucking frugal.
He's got the 401k.
Yeah, he makes so much more money than I do.
I've got a lot of retirement.
And he doesn't treat himself well. To be fair, he's young. So he can use that youth to pad all the bullshit of bad chairs and bad shoes and bad beds.
Hey, it's starting to catch up to me when I
shut. You're not even past 30. I don't want to hear it until you're past 30. BC.
I mean, I recovered within a week, so
it's a plummet. It's a hill once you hit 30. I swear to you. I promise you.
Well, that's why I'm trying to stay flexible and work out now, so I don't have to feel it later.
Yeah, my 79 and 81-year-old parents started powerlifting, so it's never too late to start getting healthy. I mean, they are fairly healthy, but it's never you lift, you work out, run, jog, cardio, whatever you need, man. But lift those weights. It gets
more expensive to live as you get older. Everyone was saying it was an old man chat when Mark and I were talking about like shoes and chairs and shit. It just gets more expensive.
That's not old man.
No, that's
shit,
man. You got to do it now.
That is adult shit.
Yeah,
that's not
when you're young.
Right. If you're not doing that and you're a grown ass adult, you should be.
When you're young 20s like BC, you can put up with garbage for 10 years. All right. Once you enter your 30s and then your 40s, you really, really start feeling that shit. Speaking of which, Mark, I read that 41 is when most people hit their financial peak. So congratulations, you're almost there.
I don't quite feel like I've peaked, but I'll thank you, Daniel. Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Hey, everybody. Daniel says, happy birthday week, Mark. Good luck on your polls. Thank you. Remember, you can sub for free if you are an Amazon Prime member. You get a free sub on Twitch. Just link your accounts. Sub to us. Consider subbing to us. Why not? We talk about shoes and beds and other things. Are other content creators doing this? Are they giving you life advice like we are?
Not. They don't have lives.
Spend freaking money on beds. Yeah, exactly. This is the kind of yeah, buy my book. That's another thing you can do. Don't, because I haven't linked my re-upped my Kindle or my Amazon whatever. So I have money sitting in my Amazon account.
Sorry, Mark. I have to shout this out. Excalibur says sometimes people sneak off to the cashier early so they can actually pay for everyone.
Oh yeah,
I've had that happen before.
Really?
Oh yeah.
It's always dude. You don't understand. You don't understand. With Asians, it is such a warfare of who pays a check. I don't know how Asian your girlfriend is, because I know you have an Asian girlfriend. I don't know if she's like super Asian. And like we fight about this shit.
I actually don't know how to quantify that, so never mind.
It is a contest. We get so mad. And I remember like one time it sticks out of my mind because one time we're eating and my friend's like, I'm gonna go to the restroom, and what he actually did was go up to the front and pay for the check.
So
and I was
funny.
so mad. I was so
Yeah, I do that all the
It's like
time.
fighting games every day. It's fucking. But what? But Mark, finish that thought. I was saying 41 is supposedly when most people reach their financial peak, and that means a balance between bills to pay and what they make. As in, most people will financially peak at 41, or also they have their least bill. Like as you escalate inflation, everything. Supposedly 41 is when most people reach their financial peak. What were you gonna say?
I want to refresh my chat here because my chat's not working. Why is my chat not working? Because thank you, Raw Life, for the sub. Thankfully, I have that little thing on here. I'm not really sure why this isn't working here. All right. Thank you, Silogons, for the subscription as well. No, so when my wife and I got together, we were fairly financially well off. I was making base salary for my profession, but she was making a lot. She was making six figures. And so we were very, very, very well off and spent a lot of money doing a lot of fun things. So then we we added three children to our there we go. We added three children to our family, and she started working less and less to take care of the children who have various needs as they were foster kids. And my daughter has pretty severe medical needs. And so, yeah, we went from two people with a six-figure salary to a family of five with a salary of $33,000 a year. And we made it work. And and again, a lot of help, a lot of support. So I'm not saying pull yourself up. I'm not saying that kind of bullshit, right? I'm just saying, we toned it down. We figured it out. We checked every penny, counted every penny, and we made it work. And now, yeah, we're both back working and making more money than that. So, yeah. So I don't know that this is my peak, but it's pretty good. We're doing fine. Plus, the government threw the money.
In 10 years, you're going to be paying 2 to 3 college tuitions. So
no, my kids are dumb, so that's not going to happen.
Wow.
So
hey, the costs still add up as they get older. What? Braces, other medical bills, cars, insurances.
Thank you, Raw Life, for the gift sub. Appreciate that. To Robin the Joker, make sure you join our Discord, Robin. You can get in that free TCC supporter channel. It's almost time to pull. BC, you're skipping this banner, right? Except for the free
Hell
pull.
yeah.
Yeah, this garbage banner.
You guys.
Yeah, this garbage banner. Hey, everybody. Good luck on your free pull.
Didn't you miss on your 600 tickets?
I got her on 600-ish. It was like 630 or something.
Oh, yeah, you have her in Japan, right?
Yep.
Yeah, my chat froze. I don't know why that's never happened. It refreshed eventually, but I got too many things going on. But it's all working. It's all working. Praise the good Lord above. Everything's working. Mino is going straight to gems, right? Oh, here's the poll here. Those of you listening online, Mino is doing his free poll. I have not refreshed my game, so I'm going to be a little bit behind him. And did you don't have Eld BT yet, so you're going for it on this banner, correct?
All in.
So Mino is going for Eld BT on this banner. Hopefully he doesn't have to. Zaz EX, nice. 2 Zaz EXs, huh? And I'm going to be loading, so we'll watch this unfold, and I will narrate for the folks at home listening.
I don't know what the cutoff to token the BT is. If I sell all my dupes and everything, I could token it.
Okay.
But like, at what point is it worth it, and at what point?
Well,
do you
this is a free pull, right? So I mean, I think you go to 70 and see where you're at, right?
70.
You see. I mean, if you get lucky and get the LD early, then sure, then you think about it. But
but what's early? What's early, right?
Oh, like under 25, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'd say.
Ooh. good luck, everybody. On your, I know no one's pulling for Kagome, but if you are pulling for Kikyo, then then good luck to you. She's real good. I feel like just like with the early EX era. Oh, that's
shit,
early.
there's the LD.
That's early.
I guess
Mino just got it.
I guess
in
I token it. Fuck, man. Now I have to
10,000.
sell all
You
my
free-pulled it?
dupes.
No, 10,000.
No, I got it 10K.
Oh.
So
third multi.
hard-earned EX tokens are gonna go to Iroha, and oh my god!
Yeah, do you
I'm
have
never gonna finish this EX.
Do you have the EX tokens? Do you have the EX tokens for her EX?
Do, but I was gonna use it on HaateXIII. I'm missing him. Okay, so like if you look at my EX
you have exactly 10.
Yeah, I have exactly 10. I'm
what
missing
a horrible
3.
position to be in.
3 I know. Thank you, BC. And I'm missing 3. It's taking forever to load. I guess the servers are busy. I guess people are here. All right, so I'm only missing HaateXIII, Reno, and Kurosame. Those are the only 3 X's I was gonna fucking token HaateXIII. Now what am I gonna fucking do?
Wait for another rerun.
That's 4 months away, BC. I'm gonna be without a full completion complete. Okay, I'm a little drunk now. I'm gonna be without a full collection.
Rough.
Collection without 4 months now. I was gonna finish it next month because if I tokened HaateXIII, Kurosame is this month. I would have gem pulled that, and then I would have gem pulled Reno next month, and I would have been done.
You have issues.
This is the worst luck any DFFOO content creator.
Right.
Like, this is so fucking ridiculous.
Right.
It is not.
Right,
it is not the worst luck at all.
Right.
All right, I guess I'll token that fucking EX, and then now I have to sell my dupes. Oh, yeah. I got
So do you wait to get the BT until all of the free ticket pulls are done? That's the real question.
Right? Oh, for the ticket pulls? Fuck that. No, hell no.
All right. Famous last words.
Famous last words.
All right, let's convert all these shits into BT tokens.
Do you guys know Shishomaru? No. Who's he?
Who?
Hey, thank you. XLAGCIEX for the follow. That was a bunch of Lagsy. Okay, that was a bunch of letters strung together. It didn't make any sense to me. Much like our character
Mark's
today.
actually watching the story. Cool. I'm gonna skip all the cutscenes so I can live through. Mark, can you read the story for me?
Yeah, I will. I will read.
Thank you.
So
Okay,
we are in feudal Japan. Yeah. So who is we got? We are in feudal Japan, and it looks like let's say Miroku. We'll call Leo. Let's. I think Kais is a good Miroku, and Shishomaru.
I'm gonna keep track of this. I think you just play it straight.
And Sengo are talking. Yes. Yeah. Kais says, "I'm sure he's with that lady too." I don't know. I missed the first one. Lightning says, "Where are you, Hope?" Yeah, she's got some hope. Snow says, "I know you're worried, but we have to find Noel first. I know who made this world, but there's a chance their friends are here too." Lightning says,
BC,
"Don't see
remind
where
me,
the
do you
hope is."
get any copies of the 15 CP or the base armor throughout events and stories and shit?
Armor, no. 15 CP.
15,
yes.
yeah, we should get one. It should already be in there, right? Do you realize that he left us without saying why? So we're sad about Hope. Hope is gone.
Mino,
FYI.
I got the BT on the free pull. How mad are you right now? The truth is, I hope everyone gets LBT.
Yeah, because then you have to go back and get the LD.
Yeah, then you have to go get the L. Not only do you have to go back and get the LD, but also I know none of you will fucking play Eld anyway. So what do I care? Like, you're not gonna use it anyways. Don't fucking lie to me. Oh, cool.
Lightning is pulling out the magic plot device here, so we can figure out what to do.
So read all the dialogue. Paint me a story with your words.
All the people from Vanadil. Kais is saying like he knows it's the same world as Eldnar. So now we got Lion and Prish and Afmao. No talk about Shantoto. right? Wouldn't you think Shantoto's like fairly important in that world? No. Okay. we forgot. I forgot about her the other day. I'm like, where's Shantoto? Yeah. So Prish and they're following Iroha. So who were going back to Final Fantasy XI? Who were the expansion heroines?
Oh.
Iroha is the final expansion maiden, right?
Yes.
Princess. Is Lion one, or she's kind of throughout the game?
Base game. Lion's base game.
Porky Panko, thank you for the subscription. Appreciate that. That is from Raw Life. Sorry. Thank you for the gift sub to Porky. Appreciate that. Yeah, so Snow and Lightning are doing something. I'm in no mood to do something. I got it. There's just a lot of talking for nothing to happen. They're figuring out what's going on. That's what's happening right now. We're figuring out where we're going to go, what we're going to do, and we're saying a lot of words to say, hey, let's find our friends. How did we end up? I don't even remember how they got to feudal Japan. Did they go through a torsion or something? But yeah. So they followed. They were in Tokyo, 1990 Tokyo, and then they fought Chaos Bahamut. That would be Caius. And then he opened a torsion, and now they are in feudal Japan, and they have to find Inuyasha.
Sub to Mark if he starts reading the dialogue in different voices. You have to do it now.
Give sub to Mark to make him read the dialogue in an accent. What kind of accent?
I think he just means different voices. I hope that's what he means.
Yeah, you get a Rose 15 for free.
All right, thanks, VC.
All right, we'll do a different voice for every sub.
Why are you like this?
Why are you like this?
Easier when it's ironic.
Because I got to pay the bills.
That too.
Yeah, Mark just financially peaked, guys. He needs money.
I mean, that's right. Next year I'll financially peak. So I still got some growing to do here. So please support my dumb kids will need to get into college at some point. So no, they're foster kids. They'll have scholarships. People love that stuff.
Voice act the chapter. Yeah, that's what Raw Life meant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Preach sounds like a monster, right?
Girl.
Like okay. This compass of light.
All right, there's a new co-op. Wonderful.
Hey, thank you, Amen, for the gift sub. Is it from you? Isn't it? I can't do really. I wish my friend's wife, she can do a really good Valley Girl. I won't forget you, even if the others do. I know your name. It's oh Lord, it's Shantoto. Quite a curious thing you have there. What? Shantoto?
Context.
Like a compass of light pointing to our friends elsewhere. That doesn't even rhyme. I thought everything she said rhymed. It's
what
a
did
gift
she
from
say?
our leader.
Oh, elsewhere. There you go. Wait, shit, I'm behind. I don't
My
know.
mind draws a blank, to be perfectly frank. Yeah, there we go. You mean you've forgotten all the Warrior of Light? Oh, they're still trying to... That's still the story? I forgot that.
I haven't read the story.
Yeah, I forgot that was the point. We forgot.
That's why I wanted to go on this huge tirade on the podcast.
Chris.
How dare...
Hey, Chris, shout out to Chris5258 with the raid. Happy birthday to me. Yes, it's birthday week stream, and I appreciate the raid, Chris. Everybody check out Chris5258, a fellow streamer of DFFOO. This is a casual birthday stream as Mino and I am on the left. Mino is on the right. Mino just pitied Iroha LD, so you can see her for firsthand use here in a second, and then not pull her, because why the hell would you pull her? For her LD call. No, that's correct. Memories in this world are hardly reliable, though.
Telling you, she's a TCC challenge champion.
Yes. Yes. Hey, thank you. I have a compass as light. I thought everything she said rhymes, so I can tuck So she's doing a spell. As far as I can properly surmise, peering inside will show us our allies. See, that rhymes. That's good. Are you going to try to find them? There we go. That's a little bit more Valley, right?
Wow, this really is called deep moaning, huh?
It is deep moaning.
What were they thinking?
That's why I said Kikyo sucks and Kagome pulls. That was a reference to Deep Moaning.
Wow.
More about the flood of light and the encroaching dark must be known. The list of questions only grows, and there is much I would like to know. Well, I'm going to find out the others.
Why does Toto sound like Yoda?
He gave us this light after all, so we're going to go use it. But the question of why we each have one must be asked. I feel it is somehow related to our past. It is.
Dude,
we fought before. Oh, God, I hate this story. The details are a little fuzzy, but I'm sure of it. I hope Mino's going to... I'm not going to even do the Lufania tonight because I'm going to be reading this dumb story. We're connected to each other in the Warrior of Light, too. This is chat's fault, FYI. Somebody sub for me not to be able to read these. That'd be great. I will continue to investigate, but I do not feel obligated to wait. That's pushing it, Toto. Yeah, that works for me. I'm going to follow the compass. I'm sure he wouldn't lead me astray. Compass of light, guide me. Oh my God, it looks like lightning and snow. I'll use this to find them. I'm so smart. Then our paths part here. I hope you find them near. Thanks, and good luck with your research. Oh my God.
Dude, I may be out of fucking armor orbs to MLB this fucking armor. This is scary.
I'm gonna start getting ready for bed. I'll chill and chat. Catch you guys
Hey,
later.
thanks, BC.
No worries,
everybody.
BC. Thanks for hanging out as long as you did. I would leave after Mark starts reading.
I want to leave. Gonna be honest. Everybody go check out Black Nero on YouTube. Like, sub, ring the bell for notifications. Tomorrow, check out the Ranting Hour. It was a lot of fun.
Special shout out for the Indolent Lard episode.
God, man, yeah. If you haven't watched,
I don't know what I said.
If you haven't watched,
you just talked.
Hour,
as we were talking about at the beginning of this stream, you just talked real life and like relatable. Like I was on the informal stream on Ash with what's his fat face, Blartigan.
Jesus, Blartigan. Wow, why is he fat?
I don't know, man. Blartigan. Well, because he's Blart mall cop dude.
He's Blart DFFOO now. He rebranded.
Oh, okay. Well, anyways, like we spent the entire stream talking about our fucking careers and our expenses and mortgages and shit, and we're like, is this even like must be the most boring stream in the world? And then 50 other old men boomers were sitting in here saying, no, this is relatable, like this is very cool, right? Because you get to, like this is relatable, chat. We get to talk about real life over the game, and that's what your chat with Indolent Lard was. You tackled a lot of real life stuff. Relatable stuff that's universal, right? Like that was really cool, man.
Oh,
fuck DFFOO. We already know all we need from infographics and Google Translate.
I am Iroha.
Catch you guys later.
Hey, yes, everybody.
Later, BC. Take care, dude. Thanks for joining.
Say bye to BC. Go check out BC on YouTube. Black Nero DFFOO on YouTube. But yeah, Ranting Hour 17.5 with Indolent Lard, all about content creation. So if you're considering doing any content creation, encourage you to go to Black Nero DFFOO YouTube and Ranting Hour 17.5 with Indolent Lard. Excellent episode. They talk a lot about content creation, the nuts and bolts, what you should do, what you shouldn't do. Good stuff. This is correct. Spoilers for the story, it doesn't matter. What's the spoilers?
Wait, aren't you supposed to be reading the story? Isn't that what people paid for?
No, somebody subbed so I wouldn't have to read it. So next person
Are you serious?
Subs makes me read it. We can go back and forth all day.
What kind of system?
We can go back and forth all day.
I'm going to be skipping it. I need to know the story, Mark, please.
They're all Iroha and Noel have just been found by the 13 party plus Emotes. So Emotes plus awkward conversations, Snow, Sarah, Lightning are with Noel and Iroha. And Iroha's like, I didn't know I was where I was going or what I was doing. I'm just a high school girl from Tokyo. in the 90s, and I didn't realize this is what
Dude, I'm out of
you do.
armor orbs. I can't even MLB
So,
her fucking
and
gear.
yeah, then so Lion and Prish are also here, and Toto's here, and and Iroha doesn't know any of those people because she didn't live in the same time era, but she's heard of them because she's read books or something. It's really
This is good. Thank you. Keep doing this because I actually want to know the story,
so
but not enough
Iroha's
that I want to read it.
Iroha's like, I really would like to go with you and join your party, but I don't know that I deserve to do that because my master something about knew all these people and I didn't know them, and Sarah's like,
God,
yeah,
it's this is guys. This is just Dragon Ball Z now. It's like future Trunks. He comes back. He's like, oh, Goku and Vegeta and Piccolo, you guys were dead in my era. Like I'm meeting legends now. Like wow, guys.
Yeah, Prish, because Prish, Lion, just like in DFFOO, they are. I mean, those are your top tier units. Prish, Lion, Lizette, not Lizette. Lizette is a top tier DFFOO we play here, but Lizette, not so much quite yet. Noel is basically future.
Noel
Trunks.
is basically a future Trunks clone.
Yeah.
No. Iroha is a
Iroha
She
is
came
Kagome.
3 Final Fantasies earlier, RBK. Get your facts fucking straight, okay? Look, tonight, Mark is drunk. I'm drunk. There's no bars held, you guys.
It's going to be great.
Distribute smackdowns left and right.
Remind you to give us a follow. This is not the normal podcast format. We are going to be changing things up, but this will not be the new format either. This is just a casual stream, so talk and chat. Let us know that you're here. If you have questions, you can use that those Chocobo points, or you can if you sub, that's always a good way to get those questions answered. Are you running magic pot quests? What the hell is happening?
Armor orbs. I couldn't MLB. I couldn't MLB Iroha's armor.
I look over. If you're listening on the podcast, I got both Mino and my games running, which thankfully is running at this point. And I look over, and he's running the magic pot quest. I have no idea. Apparently, he needed more armor mats.
Dude, these armor weapon orbs are my greatest choke point. I don't know. Does nobody else have this problem? I never hear anyone bitch about this shit.
Yes,
and I constantly need to farm this.
I believe Arrow, our friend and co-host Arrow, is also streaming on her channel. This was kind of a last minute thing since we may not be able to do the podcast tomorrow, as I am hoping to be out with my family. So I didn't want to skip 2 weeks in a row because last week we had technical issues. So that was not fun. Apparently it was just a weird day with my internet.
So excited. We've been so excited. We discussed this new format. We want to try all these things. This is like season 4 of TCC, honestly, and you should label it as such. And this is like a new era for TCC, and it's 2 weeks fucking delayed. Like we wanted to go last week and we had technical issues, and we wanted to go this week. Mark had to have a birthday, and so
thank you, Jinli. Appreciate that tier 1 sub. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday
thank you,
to
Jinli.
me. And we'll get to it, and we do it every week, and it's okay to kind of take a break from it because we have been pretty consistent. I mean, for the last year, I mean, it was pretty much every single week, and that's pretty impressive when it comes to a multi-person podcast. Thank you. Jinli, make sure Jinli, I don't know if you're familiar with Jinli, everybody. He is a YouTube content creator, and he is on our rival, not a podcast, the Fireside Chat, which did stream last night, and hopefully will be out on video on demand and YouTube channels soon. But they had a nice little rundown. That is Lids87, 40 the Broadway Sane, who is no longer making videos, but is part of the Fireside Chat and playing the game. Rez Foyna, who was very, very intoxicated last night, so that was interesting. And,
I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell.
Well, she was sleepy intoxicated. Like she had been really intoxicated like an hour or two before. Yeah. So I mean, I think she was dozing off. It was definitely sleepy intoxicated. Yeah, it was the aftermath, right? We didn't get the full the full experience.
Can you jump into voice chat for Mark's birthday? It's a special occasion.
Special occasion.
Come on, Jin.
Yeah, let's do shots.
I'm already I'm drinking a lot for a Wednesday. I normally don't drink during the weekday.
It's Wednesday.
I'm
right?
really upset. I even have
evening.
a fucking. I gotta meet my friends for board games later tonight, and I'm already afraid I'm gonna be trashed. I already had like what is this, 2.5 drinks of this nice whiskey, which is I don't like to drink on weekdays. Like, come on, guys, I got work to do.
Nice.
Anyways, Jin, if you're not going to join chat, I don't know if you can join voice or not, but why did you ignore my question last night about Kadaj's EX recast and Josh or whatever I said? Blew right past it.
Yeah, that is something I don't know that we haven't talked about.
Yeah, I want answers.
We haven't talked about Squeck's mobile stream, but yeah, one of the Broadway saying. Oh, speaking of 40 the Broadway saying.
40. We need to talk later. We set a tentative date for next Thursday to do a stream together, and then I remembered Thursday is when we do our podcast. So, I don't know what you want to do about the time of that, like in the afternoon before the podcast or another day. Like, I'm down to do it though. I wanna run games together. That sounds like a lot of fun. And you said you want to drink, and I'm never gonna not say no to drinking. Oh, early afternoon or Friday night. Yeah. We'll touch base on that. Thanks, 40. We're gonna do Streets of Rage 4 together or something.
Nice.
40 really likes that game. I've never played it, but it sounds like a Babby game, so it should be fine.
Well, thank you to the Broadway saying for gifting 5 subs to us. Appreciate that, and do check out 40 the Broadway saying. We were just talking about 40 in the fireside chat, but 40 is streaming different games on Twitch, and so very cool, and still playing DFFOO. And of course, we appreciate The Godfather, although Jinli stole that title from him like the villain he is. And we appreciate all the work 40's done for the community over the years and the positive and encouraging influence 40 has been. But 40 and his wife are expecting.
Mark,
I was going to say 40 and his wife are expecting their second child, and I give him a lot of credit because I can tell you as a father of 3 myself, you got to spend time and take time for your family and make sure that you're spending time with your kids. Even if they're dumb and not going to college. But I'm sure 40's kids will be super smart and go to college. So
40, I don't know how often you listen to the ranting hours and the podcast and stuff. I wanted to say something. Again, our fucking podcast has been delayed 2 weeks, driving me nuts because I built up all this material, right? And so because we don't throw the fucking podcast mark, I have to go onto BC's ranting hour and give him the A material. But what it was following his ranting hour with Indolent Lard, like BC and I had this big talk, and I was saying like, even now I'm realizing like 40, you did a lot to raise the community, right? Like you reached out to a lot of young up and coming content creators and streamers to bring them up. You plugged them, you would shout them out, and you did that for a lot of people. You did that for like Jet. I think you did that for Jin, Rez, others, right? Like you really raised it. And BC and I were saying like, that's what we want to do. And Mark, right? Like Mark and I were talking, we were saying like going forward, we need to bring more positivity. There's a lot of like negativity about the content creators and bitching, and we wanted to push forward that positive energy, start bringing people up. BC was in agreement. We're like, hey, 40 did this great thing where he really supported a lot of people as they were starting out, and these are some of the biggest people now. So like we really need to push that energy forward, and we're all on board for that shit,
Yeah, and we've been talking about, new up and coming creators, getting more people, making more content, different content, and there are. There's been a lot, we'd already talked about Indolent Lard and Blartanian or Blart DFFOO now. There are several other people I know that, Dystopia obviously have been making content for a while now, but Dystopia Bard has been making content. Yeah, I mean, VL is been doing content for a while, but it's gaining some steam. There's just a lot of people. If I'm just trying to look here.
RVK, John Belmont. There was a lot of people I wanted to shout out this week. Jin with his Eldnar's how to play because he lost to
Yeah.
Jin. Where was the pull battle today? I would have won again, man. Like, come on, let's do more pull battles.
That's
Like,
right.
I got it in 10K today. We should have pull battled. Um, shit, there were some others, but I know
But yeah,
RK and John Belmont. Yeah.
there are a lot of, and we're going to try to highlight them on the podcast moving forward to have some spotlights. So, make sure you let me know if you're making videos. Not just, I mean, there's a lot of people that do run videos, and we do highlight the call to arms. Of course, DissidiaFFOO, our friend Macnell does the call to arms. Macnell was on chat earlier. So at DissidiaFFOO.com for that, and highlight that. People like Scott Ong, who are like pumping out, 4 runs every single day and just continue to be creative about it. Tons of great people doing that. But there's an uptick in people doing some more non-run based stuff. I don't want to say more creative because there's nothing uncreative about run videos. But different non-run videos. And some things that aren't being done at all. Some funny stuff, some musical stuff. I mean, things that they're just fun to watch and, spend a few minutes. And I can watch, man, I like, people say, are you upset that BC's doing a ranting hour or that, Lids and 40 and Jin and Rez are doing a fireside chat? No, I eat that shit up. Like, man, I could listen to an hour of DFFOO talk every day of the week. It gives me something to do, right? I mean, I like listening to people talk about this game. And as kind of like the DFFOO journalist, I mean, that's kind of what my job is. Yeah, that's what I want to hear. I want to hear people talking about it. I don't want to sit and read Reddit for 6 hours or hang out on main cord I don't have time for that. But man, I can listen to people talk about it while I'm doing other things, while I'm driving, while I'm working. Just I can do that all the time. So, I love that. So yeah, I encourage it. I want to see people do it. Yeah, Blart's AMSR. It is crazy. That's for sure. So,
Yeah, Raw Life. I made it a mission statement. I think Mark II is that going forward, we want to push that positive energy that 40 brought into the podcasts that are missing, right? Like I bring it up all the time. I brought it up on the fucking ranting hour just before this. And I think Mark agrees. I don't know if he wants to agree on his own platform. Like we all thought it was so fucking ridiculous that Mark gave that positive speech and then Kreese and Arrow just bitched for 20 minutes afterwards. Like
yeah, no,
everyone in our mod channel thought that was the dumbest fucking shit. Like I was on vacation and BC messaged me. He's like, "Can you believe this?" He's like, "Can you believe this?" And then like Jay Dota and other people, they're like, "Are you serious?" Like the hilarious irony that Mark last episode was trying to push such positivity and
hey,
like Kreese's retirement and stuff, and Mark's like, "Hey guys, like as content creators, we need to be aware that we affect the mood. There's a lot of people following us, like like it can bleed in the community. So like, there's nothing wrong with like legitimate complaints, but you need to know the difference between like just bitching and constructive criticism."
Yeah.
And then he says that, and then it's like 20 minutes of Kreese and Arrow bitching.
Well, and and again, Kreese is stepping away. She's stepping away from the podcast because she's not as passionate about the game right now and has constantly been behind on content, and so has been struggling with some of the content and just needs to step away from the game, and that's okay. But that's not the kind of energy that we want. And yeah, even Arrow can be negative from time to time on that. But I think she's still, high on the game. But, we were talking about with, you were talking about that with Inkwelder on the ranting hour too. Just this idea that there's nothing wrong with being critical. I'm a Star Wars fan. Star Wars fans are super critical. And at some point, I've removed, to give you an example. So Star Wars fans are just like any other fandom, crazy, not particularly inclusive. They all have dumb takes, hot takes. and can be super negative, right? And so
Yeah, you're all old.
and
That's the
well,
problem.
there's several different generations of very passionate Star Wars fans.
Yo, yeah,
which
you're the
creates
one who
things.
told me about this, right? Because it's such a long-running series.
Yeah, so you have your original trilogy fans, and then you have your expanded universe fans. After the movies came out, then there was that expanded universe. So you have people super passionate about that. You have prequel generation fans. Then you have Clone Wars cartoon generation fans, and then you have sequel generation fans. And so, yeah, now you have Mandalorian fans who are, kind of broad spectrum of people too. But anyway, like I've disconnected from the Star Wars community a little bit. I used to be very active in very different groups, and I'm just
Podcast?
disconnected. Yeah, yep. I mean, podcasts and other
very good.
things,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
supported, been on podcasts and stuff. Stepped away from it because I just don't care. Like Disney ruined Star Wars. Fuck you. Who cares? Like, they bought it. If Disney hadn't bought it, it would be dead. And there would be no new Star Wars. Disney bought it, and now there's a lot of new Star Wars. I don't have to like it all, but I like some of it a lot. And some of it I don't care about, and some of it I'm, mediocre. Yes. So, you know what I enjoy? I enjoy going to see Star Wars movies with my kids. I enjoy getting my family together on Friday night and
That's a
watching a
big
new
thing.
episode of The Mandalorian, or a new episode of Loki, or
I
a new
agree.
episode
I
of
agree.
Captain America and Winter Soldier. And I mean,
Fuck that
like
show.
that, or WandaVision, but whatever they are, like being able to do that, to share Star Wars with my kids, that's important. So I don't care about the negativity in the community. I don't need it. I don't want it. And I'm not saying we can't be critical. Like, believe me, if you've listened to the podcast over the last 3 years, I'm more than happy to call out Squex's bullshit, because bullshit is bullshit, right? And if things are stupid, things don't work, we'll call it out. I hate artifacts. I think that's pretty clear. There's all kinds of things in this game. I don't, I think it's dumb that we're having gates behind our freaking armor. Mino's realizing armor right now, high armor. Like, one of the reasons I'm not pulling on much, I've skipped 3 banners this month for the first time in a year. I've never skipped 3 banners in 1 month. I've literally only skipped 1 banner this entire year. Since last July, the beginning of LDBT era, till now, I skipped 1 banner. All right, maybe 2 banners. I think Guy and Theodore. But like, literally just 1 banner I pulled nothing on. Doesn't mean I got everything, but I did skip those banners. I've skipped 3 banners this month, or I'm going to skip 3 banners this month, something like that. I skipped Iroha, I skipped Ash. I might skip Porum, right? Skip something else, Cypher. So it may be 4 potentially that I'm going to skip. And one of the reasons is, if I don't have the ability to fully access a character's potential, I don't care, right? Like, I mean, yeah, Iroha could be useful if she was purple and, she was somebody I could fully use and have her I might be interested. But I'm not going to. Strago's another one. Yeah, Strago does great damage. Now, he's fine in Synergy and anything else, but I don't need to use him because I got a blue Tifa, and she's always going to do more damage. Like, even in Synergy, there's no situation where Strago's doing more damage. There might be more situation where he's useful, but believe me, I'm going to get plenty of use out of him. Now, if he was bull, maybe not. So, and I felt the same way about EX, EXs. Again, you don't have to do it. But that's something, I don't see a reason for it. Or, make them, unless you can buy it, I don't see a reason for it. If I could buy it, I see a reason for it. So fine, be critical about things like that. If things are too restrictive, some fights are undertuned, overtuned, we'll see what the 6-man co-op, great. But there's been a general air, even on our podcast. So, I mean, I point the finger at us, a general air of, like, disengagement with the game, and that makes for bad content. Like, if you're not enjoying the game, if you're not passionate about it, like being I want the game to be better. I want them to make money. I want them to do everything that they can do to be a successful game. I love this game. I've been playing it for 3.5 years. I think it's a really great game, and I really love the community and everything we've created. I'm having a great time playing it. So I want it to be better. But if you are like I mean, I've watched some streamers and people who've been doing it for a long time, like so disengaged, like so negative, like, why are you even doing it? Well, I'm doing it because I make money doing this, or because I can't get up. When Pierre and I stopped, so if you don't know, if you're not familiar with our history, Pierre, who was, the first co-host of this podcast with me, Pierre started basically the Dissidia database of FFRK, what's called FFRK Central. And so Pierre ran FFRK Central. Then he had this idea to start a podcast about Final Fantasy Record Keepers, what I'm talking about, and a mobile game. And got another young guy named Ben to come on. I was also making content for Final Fantasy Record Keeper. I joined shortly after they started. Pierre and I continued. We had a couple other guest hosts. We did that for quite some time. And then Pierre really kind of burned out on the game. He didn't really enjoy the game. And he was still keeping up the FFRK Central because, well, people need this, and people are depending on us, and so we were doing it out of like we felt like people needed what we were doing, and so but we weren't enjoying it. So it wasn't just being critical; it was just literally not enjoying what we were doing. And Pierre hated it. I mean, he hated the game by the end of it, and so we had to step away. And I wasn't enjoying the game after playing it for a few years, and so we had to step away. It wasn't the game. I mean, FFRK is still a game you can play. It still has a lot of fun things to do. So, it was just the realization that I'm not having fun playing this game anymore. I need to step away from it. I need to take a break, and I need to do something else. And what I'm doing, the content creation, the podcast, was not fun. I am not enjoying it. And so we took a break, and then the opportunity came up for DFFOO, Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia, started the podcast. Again, Pierre and I started it. Mino joined, Kreese joined. Pierre, again, he felt like, I'm done. So after a point, Pierre dropped out. Took him a while because he loved being on the podcast. He loved the community, obviously. But he's like, I'm just not enjoying it. And Kreese has been in the same thing. She was not enjoying it. And so, I mean, I kind of sat down with her and talked and said, like, I get it. It's okay. Like, you don't owe it to me. You don't owe it to anybody else. You don't owe it to the community to kind of be on. If you're not in it, if your heart's not in it, you can step away. You can still be part of the community. You can still be connected to us. If you get re-engaged, we're here, right? But right now, it's not helping anybody. And so when some of our biggest content creators are burned out, not excited about it, not passionate about it, anything else, then that's problematic in my opinion. It's something that you just have to recognize that, yes, this is a game that is not as involved as an MMO, although you may not play unless you're one of those people that's like really, really into it and doing costumes or doing all kinds of stuff in MMOs like Mino. You're like, well, you wait till the new raid comes out or the new expansion comes out, and then you hit it really hard, and then you take away break. But yeah, I mean, this is not a game that you are going to play for 40 hours a week. No, go ahead.
Now that you bring it up, that's exactly what I do here too. I hit the event really hard once it drops. I do everything, even do a challenge run or two after I beat it, and then I ignore it until the next event comes along. And that's perfectly suitable for my pace. And as we were saying on the ranting hour, I think BC was saying as well too, right? Like sometimes life is busy and he just wants to be able to do 2-3 hours here and there and fuck off, right? Like that's perfect for a lot of people. That's how I play my MMOs too. I don't think it's healthy to constantly expect one game to keep you occupied forever. That's ridiculous. Too many people in the community have that attitude.
Leaf Blade says, this is my third time returning to DFFOO, and that's great, right? You step away from it, you do something else, and you're like, oh, this character's coming back, and you get excited again. And this is a character collector. I mean, it's a dress-up pony collector, right? I mean, that's like, it's a dress-up princess game in with some fights. Like that's kind of really what it is. And so, yeah, there's reason to come back and reason to be excited about things. But yeah, when 7 days between, I mean, that's somewhat long, but it's happened before. 7 days between content, great. I'll play. And when I'm done, I'll do something else. I've got other things I can do. This is something I enjoy. I enjoy being part of the community. I enjoy the people. Yeah, FEH, Fire Emblem Heroes with their summer costumes. So, it's always been 7 days. Recently 6 between BT drops, but this is 7. Yeah, this current one. Co-op Strago follow-ups make co-op lag right now. Never do co-op on the night the event launches. Wait till tomorrow. Never stream on the night the event launches. No, I'm kidding. No, but I'm super excited. I'm super excited about all the new YouTubers, the new streamers. Just try it, and some of it's going to be hit and miss, and it's a long road to 1,000 subs. Unless you hit that one thing, and you do it good, then you just have fun with it. That's why we started a podcast, because Pierre and I are friends, and we're playing this game, and it's just fun to hang out. Like, I've told some of you, my friends, I have some in real life friends, and we've been doing tabletop paper pencil games for years, decades actually, and it gets hard to do that. And so we decided a couple weeks ago to just start playing Final Fantasy XIV together, and it's super fun. I mean, it's super fun because we just don't play Final Fantasy XIV. It's a bad game. But we hang out, we get on Discord, we just talk for a few hours. It's just an opportunity for us to connect, to hang out, see how everybody's doing, and I mean, it's just nice to be with a community. And so that's why Pierre and I started the podcast, as a way for you to realize, hey, there's other people who are hanging out doing this, and we just want to have a good time. And so it did eventually take off, and it's gained traction, and we've had different hosts and everything else, and I've done different videos and everything else, and some of it hits and some of it doesn't, right? And I don't get caught up on analytics, and there are things I could do that would help the channel more, but I realize that I'm going to do what I have the time to do, and if I have time to do something, like last week I did a couple extra videos, I had the time to do that. Didn't take me super long, but I wanted to do it. I was passionate about it, so I did it. And I'm most passionate about the podcast. I love just hanging out, talking about the show. If I had more time, I would stream more, but that takes time away from my family and everything else. And I love my family, and I like spending time with them. So, I really, really like to do that. So, Indolent Lard. I mean, again, check out Indolent Lard, making some great content. Raw Life has been streaming. Anthony does a lot of work for the community. So I mean, yeah, just check people out. Google, search in YouTube, DFFOO, come on our Discord and look through their videos and streams, and just when you're on, when you have a free minute, jump on Twitch and see who's streaming. I love jumping on Twitch and seeing people stream DFFOO, and some of them are doing it for the first time. Some are regular. Like, there are some regular folks that have been doing it for a long time now, and jumping on. And I when you have people who are doing it for the first time, it's really fun. So, and you kind of can encourage them and lift them up and give them some love. So, I just enjoy that. That's a fun part of the community and the game, in my opinion. So, you can come on our Discord, even if you don't want to stream on Twitch, you can stream on our Discord. You can just come in one of our public voice chats and get on chat and just try it and just see how you feel about it, without kind of the pressure of that public, as public of a forum, just within in our very, very large Discord. But still, it's a little more intimate than maybe all of YouTube or all of Twitter. So, and you don't need a hot tub, so that's a pro.
Yeah, Drunk Mark is chatty. I forgot. That was a long monologue, Mark. It's a 15-minute monologue. Oh, catch me up on the story. What's happening?
Afma is here. And she's complaining about talking to herself, and they're getting her to they're collecting the princesses. So Iroha's on a quest from Camelot. As far as I can tell, I've not been reading very closely. Iroha is on a quest from Camelot to collect all the princesses of power, and when they all combine, they learn that friendship is magic, I think, and then they can beat Princess Luna and the darkness within. So I don't know who that. Maybe that's Elnarsh or that's Camelot. I'm not really sure. Thank you, Raw Life, for another gift sub. Appreciate that. Collecting princesses. Yes, Kmart. So if you're not familiar with Final Fantasy XI, every expansion had a princess. That was kind of like the main character. Iroha was the final expansion. Aphmau is one of them. Lion was in there, so we gotta get Lion. Now we've got Aphmau, and so who are we missing there? We're gonna get Prish is there, so we're gonna get her at some point. So we're gonna collect all the princesses, and then they're all gonna mean something. Friendship, trust, loyalty. I'm making My Little Pony references. Obviously, that's not resonating with everybody.
Gross.
But yeah, Kingdom Hearts. That's what I was really talking about. Kingdom Hearts. I don't watch My Little Pony. I don't know what you're talking about. But Cloud of Darkness was an enemy on that expansion, right? Maybe, sure. I don't have any idea. I don't have. Shantoto was in here. I don't know what she's doing. She's rhyming occasionally. Oh, Eamon, stop the presses. Eamon's got a Q&A. I want to see an early access of you fellows talking about Princess Ash.
Fine. Okay.
Oh yeah,
right,
we
let's
probably
talk about Ash like we would on the podcast. Fine.
We won't probably talk about Ash because we'll be a couple weeks out of her. So yeah, anything that we won't have covered, we should probably cover. So Ash comes to us with a new LD weapon. Whoa! If you're not familiar now with her rework, which does extra splash damage, woo! On her skill 1 and skill 2, Ash becomes an Enchant Imperiler who gives party Enchant Imperil for Holy and Thunder Element. She also has, I guess, auras and batteries and healing now. Hey, Cyndaquil, thank you for the cheer. Cheer, cheer, cheer. 100 cheers. Oh, thank you very much. Nothing stronger than family. Oh, I should probably be paying attention to what kind of content I'm playing because I'm just auto-battling.
Hang on, Mark, before you go on, because I want to weigh in. But I need to use the restroom so bad. I've been drinking so much. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Okay. So just to tell you a little bit more about Ash. Ash now has healing, and she has a ability that allows EXs to instantly recharge. Your party's EXs to instantly recharge. So that's super fun. Ash is great. I hate her, and I think she's a trash panda, but she's great. And if you like her, great. I think she's Ash Ketchum does catch Pokemon, and I would prefer Ash Ketchum to Ash, or whatever the hell her name is. I do not like her character in Final Fantasy XII. I think she is super bland and doesn't do anything. And her story arc is kind of bleh.
All right, I'm back. So you said Splash and Enchanter now.
Yes, and she charges EXs. Instantly with her thing, so that's great, and she heals, and that's great, and she does batteries and whatever. Nice support for the party. Anyway, so she's garbage, and I hate her, and I hate her character, and I mostly hate her. This is the reason. Yes, I mean she's got a nice butt, but the most of the reasons that I hate Ash in Final Fantasy Dissidia Opera Omnia is because in the 35 era, she was super overhyped, and I bought into the hype, and I spent way too many resources on her banner, and I got her 35 after a lot of resources. This is when we were spending 50 to 75,000 gems on 35 CPs, people, right? And never used her because she was not great. So I've hated her ever since, and not... I was gonna do a fun poll video where all of my takes on Ash over the seasons, over the years, I combined them and shared them, and I realized I hated Ash so much that we didn't do an episode. I was so pissed off about her 35 CP. We didn't do an episode about her 35 CP. We completely skipped that, her initial event. I was not on the podcast the day you covered her lost chapter. It was just you and Pierre. So I couldn't do a video because I wasn't on. I just had nothing to say. That's how much I've hated her. So I hate both of the twins from Final Fantasy 4. But yes, my Ash's trash has created so many people. I just, at this point, it's one of those things that I love that people get so like bent out of shape about it when I say Ash is trash. People like there are people who, if I got Ash, I would use her. Like I did my Chocobo board missions with her. Like I don't care, people. I'm not Inkwelder, right? Like I'm not gonna do content because Ash or something. No, that's silly. It's a dumb game. Who cares? I'm gonna get all the rewards. I'm gonna get all the stuff. I don't like, that's not a thing. But I think it's hilarious how like people get like super like intense about it. And I like, Ash is really your favorite character. Listen, you were 12 when Final Fantasy 12 came out, or 13, and you saw her butt on the cover. And, you got yourself all worked up over it, okay? That doesn't mean she's a good character, and that doesn't mean she's your favorite. So, like, seriously, tell me, like, if anybody's going to defend Ash as, like, she's my favorite character, I really love her, like, point out to me, like, how she's a compelling character, how she was compelling in Final Fantasy 12. She's not a compelling character at all.
Okay, so I hate FF writing, and I will slightly disagree with Mark. I don't know why Mark is so hard on Ash like that, but very, very big Anakin Kylo Ren vibes here, where it's like big revenge might drive her to the dark side thing. And I don't know how Mark is a big fan of Star Wars can hate on this.
It is,
because
Final Fantasy
like
12 is Star Wars. Yes.
It's quintessential Star Wars. Like I don't know, man. Like
no,
I
did not.
I will say there's a lot of things that aren't very well written about Final Fantasy. Tons.
Yeah.
And like Pinello is the worst character ever.
Pinello is
not
literally
Ash,
a cardboard
it's Pinello. Fran is right there next, like close second. Fran had zero background story. She was just there.
I feel like Pinello. So I think I've made it abundantly clear. I like Final Fantasy 12. I actually am one of the people who have played all the games since they've come out. I really do like Final Fantasy 12. I like the background of Final Fantasy 12. I love the world of Final Fantasy 12. I did not enjoy a lot of the game because I don't enjoy the main characters. I don't like Vaughn. I don't like Pinello. I don't like Ash. Bosch is fine. Fran is kind of, again, doesn't have the most deep character. She has a little bit of background, probably a little more than Pinello, less than Ash, probably in terms of her background. But I love Belthier a lot. I love all the judges.
Bosch and Ash had decently, like, they were the first three characters conceived. Like, Bosch was supposed to be the main character. They had a lot. They had fleshed out stories, so I thought they were fine. I'm not going to say great writing, but like
Fran is Chewbacca. Yes, Fran is Chewbacca. Yeah. Correct. Belthier is Han Solo. Fran is Chewbacca. Vaughn is, Vaughn is Luke Skywalker. Pinello is R2D2, I guess. Potion Boy is C-3PO. It's not exact. Ash is Princess Leia, because they don't get married at the end, so they're basically brother and sister, Vaughn and Ash. So
yeah, we're on way too much of a fucking tangent.
So Ash is short story. Ash is great. So Ash is a good character in Final Fantasy Dissidia Opera Omnia. She has a great supporting role in Chant and Parallor. She has a fun gimmick where she instantly charges EXs. I think thank you, Larsa Drez. Larsa is Potion Boy. He's like C-3PO, right? And I think she's super skippable. I think
Larsa's Padme. He's the secret child emperor of the throne that you have to get up.
He is Padme.
There,
that's correct. There you go.
Yeah.
I think I think she's very skippable depending on who you have. Obviously, if Ash is a favorite, obviously, yeah, obviously, if I obviously have to say, obviously, you should be pulling favorites, I'm going to strangle myself. One more time.
4 turns of 38% HP damage up and brave damage up is so good. Dude, Pestle and Sarah have that 100% up all the time. Like, what are you talking about? How are you gonna say 4 turns of 30% HP damage and brave damage up is so good when there are several characters who can keep that up the entire fight, like Balthier, Sarah, Pestle. I'll rip into Eamon later. Finish.
Yeah. Meanwhile, back at the story, we are collecting Prish and Liz Lizette. Lil Lizette. Check out Liz Lizette on YouTube. Great content creator. Lil Lizette. So we're collecting the princesses. We just got to find Professor Shantoto. But yeah, so I mean, I think this month is a big skip month. I don't think you need any of the characters this month. I think you can get by without all of them. I don't think any of them bring much into the future. And people are like saying, well, you can, like, Inkwelder's been going on and on about, like, Ash has so much utility. Like, let's be honest. Yes, you can get Ash and you can run her for a couple months, right? You can get any character and run them for a couple months. Now, that's a little easier with some supporting role characters, but here's the thing. At the end of the day, most of y'all, including myself, you don't run characters for very long because there's new characters coming out every month and new weapons coming out every month. So please realize, yes, sure, you can. If you're one of those people that never ever pull ever, and you don't like to spend any resources ever, and you want to try to run a few characters, sure, you can run Ash. She's not the best character to try to run forever and ever, but a lot of people, the majority of people, I believe, probably just run the newest units, or you have some really powerful units right now that you can run through all this content, and then we're going to get even better. Isn't Porum necessary for early? No, Porum is not.
I'll tackle that later. Finish your fucking monologue. I will crush all this dumb shit happening in chat. But go ahead. You're right. You're right. To back Mark up, one of the reasons that I never gotten tired of Mark as a co-host and as somebody to create content with is he represents a very viable point of view, as in he doesn't lie to himself like the rest of you guys. I see on the subreddit and Discord lately, save for Porum, you can use her for 8 months. She's still being run for current Lufania Plus in JP. Which one of you dumb fucks have run a character for 8 months? Stop fucking lying. You guys are all pieces of shit. Like, stop fucking saying, like, I'm gonna pull for this character because it'll last 8 months, and then you run every meta character under the sun and synergy stomp everything. Like, Jesus Christ. At least Mark is honest when he embraces the meta. At least he knows. He's like, hey, I always synergy stomp. I always use the meta, so I know Ash is objectively not that useful. he's like, next saga I'll run Lael LD and BT probably, and he's only missing like 2 BTs. He's like, I'll do Tidus after the COD after that, Tidus after that. I don't need Ash. That is an honest opinion. Whereas saying, oh, I'm gonna fucking pull Iroha because her call is, shut the fuck up.
So Lord Touch Me is saying I always use old characters. So Lord Touch Me, on this current Lufania, who are you using? So on the chapter Lufania, who are you using? So that, I mean, just let us know. Tell us who are you using. What's an old character as of right now? And of course you can use old. I'm not, because like I said, you can skip this entire month. My point is, you don't need to have Ash. I don't think she's that great. Like, she's okay. Okay, I ran Squex Airlines. Yes. So, yeah, that's a great example. You can use that team.
First of all, no. Cancel that. Lord Touch Me, you do challenge runs. I know Lord Touch Me. He doesn't synergy stomp. He does challenge runs. So, you're already an exception. I'm moving you out of the line. All right. And then Drez is saying, Gladio and Raijin were honestly used for months. Okay, first of all, Raijin was not used for months. He was used maybe the month he released, and then the month during Hell Month where Lightning Enchant was valuable. You did not use him from his release to current Lufania. Nobody fucking did that. Nobody did that with Kais, despite all the fucking posts. Oh, Kais lasts for 9 months. Nobody did that with Kais. All right? I watch so many fucking streams. I look at every call to arms. All right, like don't fucking lie to yourselves. Don't. No one's gonna use. Not only is no one gonna use Porum for 8 fucking months, but the other thing is like I heard Porum was necessary for Lufania Plus. That not only is that dumb shit, but the thing is like it's Porum or Setzer, not both. Depending on what kind of teams you want to run.
Yeah, 100%. We need to stop the presses.
Yeah, we need to. That's going to be on the next.
Thank you, Final
podcast,
Asem.
Sure.
Yeah, we're going to say this multiple times. If you think you're pulling Porum and Setzer and a third person, and that's going to be your teams through Lufania Plus, you are not correct. You are not using Porum and Setzer on a team. That's not a good combination of characters. They do very different things, and neither of them complement the other person. Porum is a very helpful, useful character that can last a long time. Setzer, a very useful, helpful character that can last a long time.
Sorry,
they do not work together.
I gotta slap Amons down. Amons, I've been holding this back. But if you're gonna step up while we're both drunk, and I'm not holding anything back, Amons says, Mino, you're hella speaking for yourself. Amons, since you came back, you have admittedly been synergy stomping everything. You don't even do TCC challenge runs anymore. Well, at least I've been running non-synergy, non-BT runs every stream. Like, are you really going to step up and tell me you're going to start doing... You literally said, my last 2 streams, TCC challenge is how you burn yourself out. I am just synergy stomping from now on. Like, you're going to synergy stomp and tell me the value of undervalued characters like Ashe. Like, really? Amen. Start submitting TCC runs, then come at me, buddy. Start submitting TCC runs, then start coming at me. Otherwise, your opinion means shit. As BC and I were talking about, I will fucking quote this. All right, we're drunk. We're going all out now. No bars held. As BC and I said, there are a lot of people on Discord and Reddit who love talking numbers and theoreticals, but never back their shit up. They will never back their shit up. They'll be like, potency's this, aura's that, but they will never use the character. There are a lot of Iroha defenders who will never use them. There are a lot of Eld defenders who will never use him. Like, there are a lot of people who talk bullshit because they can't do it in game. And so they spend all of their DFFOO time theory crafting, and it's always the young kids, right, Mark? Like In and Splurgist and Amons. It's these young kids who love to talk and never back their runs up. And it's just like, I'm so sorry. Your opinion means nothing to me.
Well, and there's things like, so, you know, there's been people talking about Iroha's call ability, right? And it's a 2-turn call ability, gives you that brave retention, fine, right? And you're going to see it. Like, I mean, we already said to people like Clay, like Dystopia, Iroha call's great for Dystopia because Clay's going to make big BT phase damage videos, and that's a great thumbnail, huge damage, but the majority of us are not going to be using that call, even if we get it, because there are better calls over the course of a battle and a fight that are going to do more damage, namely Kurasame, namely Jack. I mean, and then there are other utility calls that you want to bring around. So again, it's not a bad thing, but you shouldn't be spending 75,000 gems, especially if you don't have it, to get Iroha's call. Now, if you got 1,000,000 gems, do whatever the hell you want. Pull all the time, pull all the characters. That's my best advice. Then you can do whatever the hell you want. But yeah, I mean, I just people get. You know, thank you, Raw Life, for this
Raw Life.
Again.
Raw Life, we butt heads a lot, but you're very generous with this sub. So I gotta shout it out, right?
But here's the thing, like I put out a tier list and I say, you know, here's two banners I think you should gem, 2 banners I think you should ticket, and I put the rest in the trash. Maybe I should just say skip, whatever. And everybody gets, well, you can use this character. Yeah, you can use any character forever. Like, if you pair them with great other characters, who cares? I mean, people run weird shit through the TCC challenge every day. That doesn't mean they're good, and that doesn't mean I should suggest that people pull them. Because at the end of the day, there are certain characters. Yeah, if you have Squex Airlines, that's paid for itself. Terry Yang paid for itself. Tifa is going to pay for herself. You can get her through a lot of stuff. You know, is Ashe one of those characters? Maybe. I don't think she has that kind of retention moving forward. Hey, Final Asem has a question. Thank you for redeeming your Q&A points. Kurasame's coming up in a few days. Would you recommend a newer player to gem Mercy Kurasame for his God Call? If you're a newer player, you gem everything. Like literally, if you're a newer player, you need to build your roster. So yes, Kurosame is a good character. Hey, he's an Enchant Imperiler. Ash is a great character if you're a newer player. That's a good banner. Again, hey, if you're a new player, that's a great banner. Ash Strago, pick up both those characters because you're pulling on everything because you have tons of resources and you need to build up a roster because you can't do endgame content. Thank you. Cyndaquil, thank you for the 5 subs. Appreciate that. But yeah, so I mean, it's appreciate that. Thank you. I simp for Mino. You sure do, buddy. Thank you. Shout out to Cyndaquil and to Raw Life and anybody else who's gifted you subs. Let them know that you appreciate that. But yeah, as a newer player, you're building up a roster. And so it doesn't mean you pull on everything, but there are going to be banners that are going to be more helpful. So yeah, Cypher Kurosame, if you don't have either of those characters, that's a good banner to pull on. Ash Strago, if you don't have either character, good banner to pull on. Again, if you have tons of new resources or if you've been very, very limited. But you know, if you have been playing for a while and you're saving up resources, because guess what, people? Next month, I don't know what's happening in the story because I'm clicking it without paying attention. Next month,
wow,
everyone's
you're
gonna
me what's happening
the princesses got together and now Kais is there for some reason. So we got like a Final Fantasy 11, 13 Crystal Chronicles crossover. I'm not really sure. Noel is wearing his funny costume. And he says,
leave
the hunting to me. That's where we are. Leave the hunting to me. They're going to hunt Camel Toe and woohoo! And yeah, the princesses are coming. And so they've gotten Inuyasha and they've got their party and they're going to go get Lord Aizen. So I think that's how the story goes. Crystal Bears. What were we talking about? Yeah,
you were going on this long rant. I'm still waiting for you to finish so we could talk Ash's kit. We're still waiting for you to finish.
I went over Ash's kit like 14 times.
This started with a Star Wars comparison and you saying Ash's arc was weak, and I have no idea how we ended up here, Mark. But I'm waiting for you to finish right now.
We've gone over Ash's kit like 6 times. What else do we need to say about Ash's kit?
Okay. So objectively, the people defending Ash are the same people who are shitting on maybe
you do that. I'm gonna be right back.
Yeah. So the same people defending Ash are the same people who are shitting on Iroha for the same reasons, guys. And it's like you don't need her for content, and it's true. Up to Lufania Plus, you could run almost anything along the 2-week BT synergy characters, and it won't fucking matter. If you have Lael 2-week, you don't need anyone else. If you have COD, if you have Tidus, if you have Yuna, those 2 weeks, you don't need any fucking supplement. Everyone else is bonus. Those characters can practically solo their entire 2 weeks. This is a semi-garbage time leading up to Lufania Plus. And we've discussed this with a lot of JP players like BC and stuff, right? Where it's basically, sure, if you don't have Tidus, Tidus' cycle is really hard. If you don't have Cloud of Darkness, her cycle can be troublesome, but it's mostly delay-based, and there's a lot of delay characters. But, like, if you don't have Tidus and Yuna, because a lot of Yuna's cycle is cleansing, and a lot of Tidus' cycle is pure DPS rush with low turns. And it's like, if you don't have those characters, it's rough. If you do have those characters, you can sleep through it, because you can bring them and any other fucking characters, and you'll make it through, okay? The biggest criticism leveled towards Iroha is, oh, sure, her gimmick is fine, but you don't need it to clear content. The very same could be said for Ash. Oh, yeah, Ash double imperils and enchants, and she does the free EX follow-up, and, you know, all of the rest of her shit, but you don't need it. Like, it's this constant thing. People who are unfamiliar with live service games, this is such a fucking struggle of a concept. There's a divorce between character strength and what content needs. And the thing is, like, if you play current JP, you know, a lot of JP players, like, if you were listening to the ranting hour, BC's like, I've skipped 5 banners in a row because I can do all content without pulling. Because even if Lude and Ursula are like the
Lude.
best characters ever, or these C90s or these new BTs are the best, they're like their strongest thing ever. The content doesn't require any of them. Like, why pull if you can get through the content without them? And that's what Ash and Iroha are. If Mark, if you're back, I was saying like JP's so shit. All these JP players are saying like I haven't pulled in 2 months because why should I? Right? Like the content is such a fucking joke. People are doing it with full EX plus characters, no synergy, no LD.
Yeah,
They're like,
Macnol says if the intent is bringing positivity to the game, don't call it garbage time. You know,
no.
I don't. I mean, it is funny because some people are like. I mean, we all have different opinions about what is best. Some, if it's really, really hard and you have to pull, then that makes you pull and makes you use your resources. You know, no, but this is not positive. The podcast is going to be positive.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but it is interesting because if you're in an era where you never have to pull, like the Aranea era, some people really like that. Because you can be super creative and bring whoever you want, or you can just bring RNA and why pull? And a lot of us just didn't pull at all, and that's why we have 1,000,000 gems, right? Because we didn't pull for a year, because we didn't.
Plus was garbage.
Didn't need to.
Like that's the thing. Like everyone's like, oh, content's so hard, they're making us pull. The alternative is content so easy, nobody pulls. Like me and Mark. But and that's what's happening in JP. Like I'm saying, like BC says he used to shotgun pull for his. Like a lot of other JP players, Kesh and stuff, they all used to pull. They're like, holy shit, content is so stupid easy. I haven't felt the need to pull in 2 months for Lufania Plus.
It does seem to, and I mean, it does seem to swing back and forth in the game. And every once in a while, it does kind of hit kind of the sweet spot in between, which is nice. I mean, it always, I guess the good news is, depending on where you fall in terms of this is what I really do enjoy, like it's probably going to get there for you someday. So like if you're like, I really, really enjoyed the RNA, I could run one character, like, well, that's going to come back eventually, but it's going to be a little tough for a while. Like we're in kind of we have a little respite. There's some tough fights coming up. But you can skip a little bit and rely on some of these big characters you've gotten. There's some really good characters coming out you can pick up. And then there's going to be some really, really tough fights coming up in the early BT Plus era. And then it kind of comes back down, and now they're introducing, these ultimate weapons, which is a different kind of grinding weapon. But there's another weapon tier on the horizon, and so maybe even another difficulty level on the horizon, and then you might swing back to the other way. So for that kind of thing, it goes back and forth for me. For me, it's all about, it's all about the new characters. What do they do? Are they interesting? It's a new toy to play with. And so, I mean, I haven't looked at Lelude and Ursula and everything else besides maybe just the Twitter videos. And so, I mean, if I'm interested in some of those characters, I'll pull because I pull on most everything because I like to mess around with stuff. This is
we'll get
really
to
weird.
it. Sorry, like Mark's a little ranty tonight. Oh, we're gonna get to your question. You don't have to repeat it.
What's Eamon's question?
With that attitude, I don't need Tifa because I already have damage to make up for her. Does that mean Tifa is any less strong? First of all, there's so many things to address. Sorry. First, remember what Macnol said? Because I already forgot. Something. If you want to be positive, don't call it garbage time.
Yes.
Here's the thing. There's a lot of as Mark said, it's a matter of perspective, right? Because literally Nidre was talking about this yesterday on our server, and it opened my mind up a little bit. And Nidre saying like, Nidre is someone who just plays this as a character collector.
Yeah.
And he's like, there's rare spike and he wails, he meta stomps like Mark does, right? And he's like, there's rare stretches where even with synergy, I'll have to try. And that's called the hell months for him.
Yeah.
And he's saying he prepares for that, but generally he expects to pick up characters and just blow through content and have fun. Right? It depends on what you want out of the game. And there's a good perspective out there where garbage time is not a bad thing. It's save gems times for whatever the fuck you want. So I'm not going to apologize for using the term garbage time because some people really like the downtime. Indolent Lard was in here earlier saying, I wish there were more 7-day gaps because I'm so busy. Yeah. Totally understandable. Totally understandable.
Some people want a new event every 2 weeks. Hey,
Yeah,
thank you,
yeah, yeah,
Infamous Element, for the bits there. Hey, good to see you guys. Happy birthday. Thank you. I wanted to apologize for the FF7 joke and want to leave some good advice. If you make a great product,
yeah,
don't fee your friends and family. You fee others.
yeah. uh,
No, no,
Magnol. I'm too drunk for a logical argument. I don't know if you heard the ranting time. BC jumped into this too. We talked about this literally right before this stream on the ranting time. Because Magnol's saying, so is it either Hell Month
well,
or Garbage Time?
I just said it swings back and forth, and sometimes it hits the sweet spot, right? But
Yeah,
I think the
yeah,
sweet spot is different for all of us. That's the problem.
it is.
It's
Yes.
not like because I think what you're hearing us say is, Garbage Time is bad and Hell Month is, I guess both of those would be bad. So both those are bad. That's not a pendulum. What the hell is that? But yeah, if we're saying one of those is good, one of those is bad, and then something's in between, I don't think it's a spectrum like that. I think some people really enjoy when you can kind of just use the same characters over and over again. Some people do enjoy the Hell months that are really, I mean, people talk, I really like Sephiroth, I really like Garen, I really like Reno. Like they like really, really did enjoy that. And then, right, I think most of us probably kind of fall somewhere in between. We've talked about that in some of our private chats where we're like, I really like that early Abyss.
Yeah.
That early
Yeah,
Abyss
very
was super
yeah.
awesome. We want more content like that. But the, Final Fantasy themed abysses have been kind of janky and stupid. I've enjoyed almost everything. I mean, like there's
yeah.
I've not been upset by anything. Like
yeah, and here it's just a change of pace for me, right? Like sometimes it's hard and I gotta try a little harder. Sometimes it's easy, I don't have to try as hard. And as I was trying to bring up, I forgot who was agreeing with me. I'm gonna throw RVK or Blartigan under the bus, but like. So Macnell's saying, is it either one or the other, not in between? I consider this in between. I consider this Aloof Plus in between and Boss Rush. And for the same reasons we said on the ranting hour, right? Which is both parties can be happy. If you want a synergy stomp through the next 2.5 months and Boss Rushes, no, let's just use Boss Rush as an example. If you want a synergy stomp through Boss Rush, you can. It can be the easiest content where you bring one super synergy and 2 garbage characters and blow through it, and it's hilarious. But if you want to be like the hardcore challenge people and run it without super synergy, super challenging. So Boss Rush is something I feel like hits both sweet spots.
Yeah.
You decide how to tackle it. You can make it super easy, you can make it super hard. That's the perfect in between. And I feel like this month leading up to Loof Plus, it is right in between as well. You can make it super easy by pulling the 2-week synergies, right? If you have COD and Tidus and Yuna, these next months will be nothing. If you don't have them, it'll be a struggle.
Well, and here's the positivity thing. Neither of us are complaining about any of this.
Yeah.
Like we're not the ones complaining about it. Quite a few of you folks are. Like,
yeah.
I don't care. Like, I'm having a good time in the game. These last few fights haven't bothered me. I didn't mind when you could use RNA. I didn't use RNA. RNA is one of my favorite characters. I used her a few times. But, it's the folks who are complaining on one hand to the other that, like, well, if we're this, we're right? I mean, that was a great argument there. But the idea is, Macnell's just saying the idea
garbage
of garbage
time is inherently a derogatory term.
Hey,
is that true?
Garbage,
I took it from sports.
Garbage.
All right. In football, where you're just trying to run the clock out, that's the garbage time. That's where I took it from. That's the origin of the story. Like, is that so bad?
Wait, is like garbage man a derogatory term? Because that's a good job. Like, I mean,
garbage men make more than I do.
That they make more than I do.
Yeah.
Trash custodians. No, what do we call them? Waste disposal experts. Waste disposal something. That's what they waste disposal. What I'm saying is we need garbage. We need garbage. Hygiene engineers. And I don't know. Trash artists. Yeah, there you go. Well, that's a whole. There are trash artists, and trash pandas like Ash.
All right. So getting back on track while Mark is trying to recover, is that answering Eamon that we put off for too long. Okay. So first of all, back to the same reason people are trashing Iroha is the same reason they're praising Ash. And it ultimately falls to, they're like, Iroha has a cool gimmick, but you don't need it to complete content. That's true. You also don't need double enchant and peril for some fucking reason and an EX instant recast. Like, how is that going to help you get through content, right? Like, that's going to make what, Tidus 5% stronger with his BT? Like, right? Like plenty of people skipped both and forum and cleared through content. Like, it's like what like you don't need Ash. I don't understand the defense for Ash. She is as unnecessary as Iroha.
Yeah.
And the
100%.
other thing is, yeah. So the answer,
but she covers more roles, is what Ink would say. So I'll channel my inner Ink. She covers more roles. She does cover more roles. But I think Ink, again, I think this is a theory crafting thing for Ink, because Ink thinks a lot about the game, right? And so so covering a lot of roles in theory sounds good. In practice doesn't always make sense. Like you don't, like, yes, in theory covering a lot of roles would be good, but like 6 months from now when she might cover a Lufania orb, I probably will use a different character. Like, there will be probably better options for me to use, like, down the line, right?
There's a lot of people. Look, Mark is a great barometer, and so are a couple of other streamers I watch constantly. Jet Set Samurai is my favorite person to watch.
Oh yeah, check out Jet Set Samurai. I love
Jet Set Samurai is my favorite person to watch. He always runs synergy and meta. He doesn't care, and so does Chris. So does Lids. So does Broadway Saiyan. So does Astenosis. So does Josepher. All of these guys run meta synergy. And the thing is, this is why, like, it's like you can talk up units as much as you want, but who is the common denominator running? And like, you know, like, Mark is such a good barometer of that. Like, I don't give a shit how much you talk up a character. Who is the average Joe who is like Mark, who just wants to pick up the game, blow through the event in minimal time spent and minimal effort, and who does he use most, right? And if Mark uses Tifa a lot, then it's like, okay, look, Tifa is a great unit, right? Like Terra Young, I don't know how much he used Terra Young. Or like Gladiolus.
A couple times.
Right. Yeah. It's like whoever.
But even that for me. So like, yeah, Terra Young's a great combo. I have not used Terra Young in every single content. I've used them a couple times. Like, just realize that's just how I play, because I'm going to pull new units and I'm going to use, like, tonight I may not use Eldnarsh BT because I'll probably use Eldnarsh on the BT or on the CQ. But like, if I pulled Eldnarsh LD, I'm going to use Eldnarsh LD for this 2-week cycle. If I pulled Bartz, I'm going to use Bartz. If I pull Lael, I'm going to use Lael. I mean, that's just how I play, because they're the synergy. Like,
that's it. Like, that's how most people play.
I'm not going to use Terra Yang all the time, because
yeah,
the teams aren't necessarily built for it.
Yeah, Macnol's saying perhaps these guys whose strategy is always pull everything shouldn't be giving pull advice. Macnol, here's the thing. People like Josepher, they don't pull everything. It is physically painful for them to part with tickets and gems. Josepher is the perfect barometer because he only pulls and uses meta. So like when he uses a character a lot, like Terra Young, or Tifa, those are strong characters. When he uses Gladio a bunch, those are strong characters. Same with Mark. Mark pulls on everything. Sure, he's rich. Fine. But I'm saying these content creators like Joe and Simply Lost, who are limited on resources and don't pull on everything, but still run the same fucking characters every fucking, like, those characters are strong. Back to the original question with Amons is, I have DPS to cover Tifa. Okay, so what's your fucking DPS? Because people are pulling Tifa and going back and stomping content they couldn't do. Right? Like, Tifa is literally allowing them to do RCL Lufania.
There are
Edward
characters.
Lufania,
There are characters
like,
that are broken.
yeah.
Tifa's one of
Yeah,
them. Tifa's
single-handedly,
way over.
single-handedly doing content. Kadaj Lufania, Arciela Lufania, ignoring mechanics, etc. Is Ash gonna do that for them? No. Ash is not gonna do shit for them. Okay, Tifa is. Let me bring a Tifa and a friend Tifa, and I can beat every Lufania that came out before this. Ash is not that character. Get the fuck out of here. Ash is a nerd's character. Ash is a theory crafting nerd's character, which is like, oh, I can always hit weakness now because I can cover 2 fucking things, and I can refresh the EXs, and only 10 characters in the game have good EXs worth refreshing. Like,
and
no,
so if you have a pull on a budget mentality, if you have a make best use of your resources, yeah, my advice was don't pull on Ash. Like, Eldnarsh is going to get you through this month. Like, you may not like that, but he will. Leo will get you through this month. Porum is a nice thing to have in your pocket. Kurasame is a nice thing to have in your pocket. So yeah, that's why I make the tier list that I make, because I'm assuming people won't pull on everything. So I'm going to try to give you the 3 or 4 characters that you will get the most use out of, and you always get the most use out of the 2-week synergies. Now that's not always the case, but generally speaking, even Eldnarsh, you're going to get use out of that. So yeah, a character like Ash, depending on your roster, might be. And if you don't like playing Porum, don't pull Porum. And people are going to hate that. Does double enchant work on Ash stack in terms of weaknesses?
It does not. It doesn't stack. Weaknesses don't stack. As long as you're hitting 1 weakness or 5 fucking weaknesses, it only does 50% more damage.
The nice thing with Ash is you will always do one, generally speaking, unless both elements are absorbed, right? You'll always hit that weakness damage.
Right. Ash's the good utility is she covers 2 elements, so it's harder to shut her out.
Correct.
So that is one thing. But again, like, there's a character in a vacuum. If we look at Ash in a vacuum, pretty impressive. But if we looked at Ash in comparison to the content we're getting, you're never going to need that coming up in the next 8 months. You're never going to need that.
They're not locking out characters anymore. Right.
Yeah, you pull Tidus or COD, and you can just shit all over all content. And then by the time BT Plus comes, you got Bart's doing that.
I don't know, because I haven't looked ahead, but I mean I know Inkwelder was saying, because he was really upset that I said don't pull on Ash, but he listed like 4 or 5 role coverage for Ash, like things that she would be good at in Lufania, like against Lufania orbs, but yeah, I haven't looked ahead, and maybe he did and come through, but I didn't have like a list of things that said, here are the 6 fights that she's going to be useful on, because I don't see it. Like I just don't see it. But I mean, more power to you. Again, I don't know. I feel like the vast majority of people shotgun pull. They pull on everything till they have nothing. Then they build back up and they pull again once they get 75. I think that's the vast majority of people. When people in our chat, Strafe, Macnol, J.A, who are very, very conservative with their resources, have over 1.5 million gems or even close to 2 million gems. They never pull on anything. So, like, I understand that's a very, very small percentage of players. The whales, Daniel's here. You talked about Nidre, a couple other folks. Broadway does that in Japan and he said that last night on the Fireside chat. He pulls for everything in Japan, so he has a sense of how to make the videos. And so, that's the other end. So you have the extreme conservative, never pull on anything. You have the whales whales always have 0 gems. That's a whale. If you see somebody with 2 million gems, they're not a whale. They just never pull. Soul DFFOO would be one of those people.
Stock Raw Life. Did you already ask the question? Is the Q&A only certain number, or isn't it one per person?
Yeah, no, there's only a certain number per stream.
People
maybe 5.
want to use Q. You got to fix that somehow. People keep saying they're running out of Q&As whenever they want to ask.
Yeah, well, I think I upped it to 5 because given a normal podcast, that would be
now it's out of stock.
So now you're out of stock. But ask your questions. Type Q&A.
Yeah, sure. So Raw Life says, Mino, you have to explain. Fuck, chat's going fast. You guys, it's too many people here. You have to explain your stance on non-meta characters combined with wanting people to do TCC challenges. Okay, easy. When I review characters, I can always objectively say, is this character meta or not? I always keep in mind the people who want the path of least resistance, like your normal Reddit Discord fans, and I'll be like, this is the character you pull. Terra, Yang. I got mad at TCC because Kreese and fucking Arrow undersold Yang. They were like, "Oh, Yang is a win more button. I don't think you really need to use him." And then Arrow used Yang to clear like 4 fucking Lufanias she couldn't get past. Great. Great fucking coverage. Like, clearly they're characters that are really, really strong. Don't fucking hipster out and be like, oh, I can skip this character, and then you use that character to get through the hardest fights, right? Like, oh my god, I was so
Hero
mad at
Soge
that.
King is saying I'm probably conservative. You are.
Yeah, Hero Soge King.
How many?
You're
yeah.
a filthy hoarder.
Yeah,
like,
you're one. Yeah, you're one of them.
You're the winner. Yeah. Okay. So,
okay.
but anyways, back to the like I always acknowledge who is meta and who is easy to pull. And a lot of content creators like just follow Joe, just follow Lids, just follow Mark. They always are good at picking out the meta. The thing is, like, if you watch my streams, I pull on tons of people that I say suck. I think objectively, Eldnarsh and Iroha suck. Okay? They're shit characters that I don't recommend to anybody, but I am full willing to pity them. Because, look, if you're somebody asking, how do I get through these fights easily? Who are the best characters? You need all the help you can get. Here are the meta characters. Go nuts. If you're an expert who's already doing TCC challenges, you can make anything work. All right. Like, who's that guy doing the Furion saga? Was it Astenosis?
Yeah.
I think I watched his last stream,
Yeah.
and he was like, all right, guys, Furion saga time. And I think he brought, like, Furion to and Strago and Ash.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the, like, you can make anybody work.
Yeah.
like you don't need to fucking like if you want to spend the money and the resources, you can make anyone, like, don't fucking ask.
How are
these
you ahead of me
questions.
already? Fighting the space whales.
Oh shit, these are space whales. But it's like, look, if you're an expert and you're doing TCC challenges, you don't need advice. You don't need to listen to podcasts. This podcast is for the scrubs. When I play fighting games, I don't read the fucking beginner's guides. When I play FF14, I don't read beginner's guides. Like, if you're the fucking trailblazer, you already know what's going to work. You don't need fucking advice. I don't need to tell people doing TCC challenges what character is going to work for their fucking TCC challenge, all right? Belial and Excalibur and Scott Ong know more about this game than I can ever fucking tell them. Like, this podcast isn't for them. This is Babby's first DFFOO game. Like, they don't need advice. It's the idiots, I'm sorry, the people who choose the least resistance who need the advice. So, like, it's a very clear distinction when we're reviewing units. It's like, hey, these units are meta, these units suck, but if you're a good player, you can make anyone work. Who cares? Don't listen to us.
Just to emphasize, of course, the mantra of the TCC podcast is DFFOO News and Talk. We're not your guide for anything. we're just your conversation. That's what. Yeah, we're not calling our fan base idiots. That would be a terrible idea. We all think you're great, and we're so glad you're here. That's what Mino really meant to say. But it's funny. I don't know why people get so bent out of shape, like when we, harass their characters.
Follow my own poll plans, and I don't think Mark does either.
Well, I say, I mean, on my, on the tier list videos that I've been doing the last several months, the ideas behind, here's a couple characters who I think will help you in the majority of content that you're going to face here over the course of this month. But I'm up front. I mean, I say I pretty much pull on anything. The fact that I've skipped now 2 banners, there are 2 banners right now on the game that I do not have LD fors. That is the first time in over a year that there have been 2 active banners that I did not have the LDs for. Over a year. So, like, I try to be honest. I pull on everything.
Experts don't need advice, guys.
I don't wail for it because I've got nearly 1 million gems. I do spend money on the game, but yeah, if I wailed, I would have 0 gems. But I'm pretty liberal with my resources and have some good luck here and there in between. But yeah, I mean, I pull on everything. I run a show and do videos and everything else. You don't have to pull on anything. There's a whole bunch of stuff I could have skipped and been more than okay with. But if you wanna get through content, we try to help with the simple things to get you through the most content. But yeah, you're people who are spending hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, theory crafting stuff and really digging deep into the game. We don't need to give them advice, and they don't need to listen to should you polls, and they don't need to, because they know it, right? The people who have the compendium memorized, and people like Ink who are digging into it. Although sometimes he might need some advice because he really has a problem with Edward. Needs some work on that, but. But he struggled with stuff too, right? So I mean, sometimes the
he sucks too.
Digging into stuff, and being the researcher does not necessarily make you good at the game, and other people are, frustratingly good at the game, like myself. Oh, so there's some questions. I'm ignoring Eamon at this point. We've answered. It's not the Eamon show. RVK says, would you recommend a new player to pull for Cloud of Darkness? This is good, even if it takes them to BT Pity. There's going to be a lot of Cloud of Darkness hype, and I think maybe Black Cloud's going to shed some shade on that. Yeah, Respointed with Seymour. Wait till Seymour gets her. I could see Respointed doing the same thing with Seymour, not, selling his LD if she got it, or you're not doing the quests. That would be funny. More power to him. But Cloud of Darkness is going to be a lot of hype. But yeah, you definitely need the BT. If you get the BT, it will help you for the 2 weeks energy, and she'll be back on BT Plus. Real solid choice, so a good investment. But probably overhyped, as Black Cloud is saying. She's not your must-have unit. And here's my thing. We'll get to a couple of these first-time chats. Tyrandy, Tangent BT tokens are about to expire. Who's the best? Eld, Firian, Cloud, Sephiroth, Kura, Toto, I don't know who that. Kuka. Who is that?
Kuja.
Oh, Kuja. Of those characters, I would say Sephiroth's about to get his Sephiroth's about to get a BT Sephiroth's about to get LD boards, and a rework. And so you do the free pull on that banner, that triple LD banner. He's a good option for that. Eld, no. Firion does get a BT plus, right? But I don't recall much good about it. Kuja, BT
Firion's
plus.
Pretty good.
Again, you're probably not going to use much of these characters right now. Firion comes back, Kuja comes back well. If you're catching up on content, you could probably use them. Yeah, Warrior of Light, if you don't have Warrior of Light, he would be good. Sephiroth, good with the rework. I'd wait to see how you do that. And maybe in the immediate future, if you want to pull for helpful kind of for the next couple weeks, months, probably Sephiroth. If you want to look for the future, Firion, Kuja, although all of them are going to get BT pluses at some point, so you shouldn't go wrong. So if one of those characters, I would suggest if one of those characters is your favorite, get one of those. And Infinite 26, the 2 characters on my scope. Can you even, without reading this comment, can you guess the 2 characters on this person's scope, Mino? Tell me the 2 characters upcoming who this person's going to pull for.
Horum and Setzer?
No. Oh, good. Those are good guesses. Cloud of Darkness and Siderains when he eventually comes. So of course, those are the 2. Those are 2 probably overhyped characters. Although I'm going to overhype Siderains to hell and back because I love Siderains. So. I mean, there's going to be a lot of overhype, and on those things, Setzer and Porum again are going to have a lot of overhype. Really, really nice characters, but you definitely don't need them. But if you can pick them up, I would pick them up. Cloud of Darkness, I think, is, again, if you can pick her up and if you're willing to get the BT, then right, pick her up. You won't be disappointed. But the issue I'm going to have moving forward in terms of recommending things to people is really going to be the blue armor shortage. And because, you're really going to have to decide who you're going to want to go all in on, because either you don't spend any of the blue armors, or, you really got to be careful on who you spend them on. Because moving forward, eventually, you're going to want, if you want Porum, if you're really hyped on Porum, and you really are big on, Porum's going to get me through Lufania Plus, you're going to want Blue Armor Porum and Fully Sphere Porum with, that's a Paladin Cecil Record Sphere. Thank you, Final ASIM, for the Tier 1 sub. Appreciate it. Happy birthday to me. Thank you. Appreciate that. But, sets are the same way. Again, you don't have to. It's not one of those things. But, man, the difference between Tifa's damage and blue armor and no blue armor, Strago's the same way. Like, yeah, Strago's great, but man, with his blue armor, he's real, real good. No, I'm not. I just wish we had more. I wish we had more options for the blue armors. I don't like the shortage. I didn't like it. We talked a lot about it when BT or EXs came out. Realization EXs. I didn't like that. I'm sure we're going to get the sales. When do you think we're going to get the first high armor book and ingot sale? The triple BT banner? Is that it? Because all three of them are going to get blue armor potential.
Honestly, I have no idea. BC, are you still in chat? Any JP players know when it first came around?
I don't know Put Your Records On yet, or Put Your Records On well enough to be able to sing it. I did listen to it. You shared it, Leaf Blade, and I don't have any idea how I would sing it. Final ASIM. When did Japan get book, high armor book, and realization ingot material sales, and when did they get them? So we have sales for weapon and armor books and ingots. What was there a high armor book and ingot sale? And when did they get them? Oh, Final ASIM says, I don't look at those sales, so I don't know. Yeah. I think they did exist.
No, yeah, they're common. They become monthly things.
Silo, yeah. I wanted to blue Paladin Cecil, but no one blued Paladin Cecil and JP, so I don't want to waste my high armor. Yeah, and that sucks, because I would blue all three of those characters. Paladin, Cecil, Sephiroth, and Warrior of Light. Those would be great blue armors. And I just hate it. Yeah. So, Zach Fair says, yeah, they were definitely high armor bundles. Just don't remember when they started, but yeah. And so, Leaf Blade, my problem with saying just do it is right now we have enough to do two. So you can blue two armors, right? And, most of us did Tifa. But so I could say, oh, do Paladin Cecil. Okay. Or, Paladin Cecil, one of my favorite characters, or Warrior of Light's one of my favorite characters, right? Sephiroth, too. All three of those are favorites. But, Yuna is one of my favorite characters, and I definitely want to blue her. Tidus is coming out. He's a big damage dealer. Probably want to do him. Cloud of Darkness, you might want to do her. So, there you go. That's 4, and I only got enough to do 2. So, it's, don't blue Golbez. For the love of all that's good, everybody. Don't listen to Eamon. Don't blue Golbez. Hey, Shantoto showed up. And she's got something about the memories. And she found the memories. And the world wants something. The power of the light. And when the light dark and shines and there's something. And then... Oh, yeah. Cloud of Darkness appeared. There we go. Ah, and then the slide, yeah. Drew Zane, maybe that's a good
6 is a lot. I was going to say,
though. That's
Drew
a
Zane
lot,
saying, my feeling is, do you expect to use the character for at least 6
that may be a good that may be a good trigger, though. I don't
disagree. On TCC Discord the other day, my personal belief, and I think a lot of people agreed with this, is 3 Lufanians. 3 Lufanias. Not everyone's a crazy fucking hoarder.
To blue and armor?
If someone like Mark used any one character for 3 Lufanias,
Well, it would be a lot, yeah.
Yeah, I would call that a worthy investment. Yeah, like come on, guys. Like not everyone's an insane, crazy person. Like,
I think very
average...
very truthfully, besides the off character like Tifa. So the big damage dealers, I'll probably save them. I'll probably save my blue armors, at least initially, for favorites with BTs. So that would be your Yunas and things like that moving forward. So future units. So, yeah, I mean, everybody's good with their blue armor. Yeah, Eamon is defending Golbez. Golbez isn't the best, but he's good if you like him. Yeah, and if you give people their blue armor, they can do more. They can last longer, right? It's the male enhancement supplement for DFFOO characters.
Yeah. That's blue.
It is blue.
That's the
blue.
balance they've reached. People always complain, I want to play this as a character collector. Let me use my character for a long time. That's what blue armor and Ultima weapons are for. Right? Ultima weapons and blue armor jack the stats up of your favorites so hard. For example, like Sabin with a maxed out Ultima weapon will probably contribute more than any base LD person coming out of that era, guys.
Yeah.
Ultima weapon is plus 40% brave damage and HP damage. Like, let's be fucking real. Anybody with that is going to contribute more than anyone without that. So it's like, people are like, I just want to play my favorites. Now you can. So can you please stop asking who the meta character is and just fucking pimp out your favorites? Or if you're someone like Eamon who just pimps out your favorites anyways, you don't have to convince the whole world to pimp out your favorite. It's okay. That's your favorite.
Yeah,
it's not a fucking gospel. You don't need to preach to everybody about Golbez. Like,
it's just gonna be. It's the same thing with Ultima weapons. You're just gonna have to deal with the fact that you can't have them all, and you can't have them all maxed out, and that's just freaking life, right? I'm just gonna have to deal with the fact that not everyone's gonna have blue armor for a while. It's okay. Just do my favorites. Be good. Drez, do you have a Venmo, PayPal? To buy you a drink when you go out next, going to be an Irish car bomb. I've had an Irish car bomb before. I don't. The only way we have to set up support of the channel currently is subscriptions on Twitch or Discord Nitro Boosts. So we may set up something in the future like Patreon or something. You can buy Mino a drink though if you want. It's not his birthday, but he likes to drink, and you can do that on Ko-fi. So if you need, I appreciate the thought though. It's very nice. Very nice. Do you have a whiskey pickler? What's in a whiskey pickler? I like whiskey quite a bit. But Leaf Blade Mouse, what is in a whiskey pickler? Well, it's that shit's money apparently, so I'll have to try it. Oh, what else? What were we gonna cover? Yeah, we've talked a lot.
You almost done with the chapter?
What?
Are you almost done with the chapter?
Oh yeah, I'm fighting Cloud of Darkness. It's a shot of whiskey and a shot of... Oh, God, no. Nope.
That sounds good.
No, I hate pickles. I do not like pickles at all. Don't like the pickles. I'm actually getting a little bit better with pickles. Actually. I can eat pickles now. But yeah, I don't know about pickle juice in my whiskey. I just like whiskey to drink whiskey. Silocon, Mark, what is your pull strategy if you get 300 G tokens but didn't get any BT, LDs, or double LD? Oh, so for example, I'm pulling Ash Strago. It's 300 and I haven't gotten the BT, the LDs, or either LD. Then you pull the 500. I mean, that's the strategy. I think you pull for the BT and God willing, you pick up an LD on the way because that sucks, or you pick up the BT and you can stop. So I mean, that is worst case scenario, and it does happen every once in a while.
It's the Lufania. Is 200
Yes.
Lufania difficulty?
Yes, that is the Lufania. But yeah, that would be my so yeah, if I was going for Eldnarsh, so Eldnarsh BT, it might be a little different if I was pulling for if I was pulling on the, let's say, Cloud of Darkness. I'm pulling on Cloud of Darkness LD banner. If I got 300, I would stop, pick up her. Well, ideally, if it's the first banner, then I would stop and I would wait to pull on future banners to see if I got the BT and not spend those G tokens. Again, you have to be patient and you have to practice some self-control. So I would not. So let's look just at Cloud of Darkness to give you some example, this hypothetical question. So COD is COD, Gabranth, then Gladio and Sabin, then Queen. Okay, so that's the banner. So let's say I get 300 G tokens on Cloud of Darkness and I have not gotten her LD or BT. So then I stop and I do not use them. I do not keep pulling. I already have Gabranth, so fine. Gladio, let's say I don't have Gladio or Sabin. 300 more G tokens. Didn't get anything. This is worst case scenario. Didn't get anything. Then I stop, and I would go on Queen, and say 300. Worst case scenario, 300 G tokens. Didn't get Queen. This all sucks for me, right? So then I go back to the first banner and go to 500, and hopefully I get the LD or the BT in that. If not, then you keep pulling until you get one of them. Until you, what would it be? 800? I mean, it's real bad. It's real bad. This is worst case scenario. But if I really wanted them, if not, then I grab the LDs and walk away. That's if I really, really want the BT. Ideally, that's never going to happen, or you're going to be able to walk away, right? Indolent Lord, everybody check out Indolent Lord on YouTube. Great content. And really, Black Nero and Indolent Lard, it's on Black Nero's YouTube. Ranting Hour 17.5. Man, check it out if you're interested in content creation. Awesome, awesome stuff. Yeah, Scott Ong, you can check out Scott Ong on YouTube. Well, always about six not pull videos, 6 run videos a day, I think. And Scott's always doing TCC challenges too, and great guides, of course, on DissidiaFFOO. Check out my Onion Night pull video. So. But yeah, I mean, it really depends on the cycle. Cause for me, I'm not really interested in Sabin or Queen. I already have Gabranth and Gladio, so I would probably go 300 on Cloud of Darkness and then just use tokens for her BT and move on from there. So, yeah. Oh, we're almost at 11 o'clock. We need to end this. Mino, are you
do the Lufania?
You're gonna do the Lufania? Okay.
Yeah, do the Lufania.
Okay. Well, you're the one that's got plans after this, so.
Yeah. Do the Lufania.
Well,
do the Lufania.
I'm doing something else right now. I'm this chaos fight. I am not. I think Mino's using synergy. I will not use synergy. I could use. I don't have Iroha, but I will not use Eldnarsh for the Lufania. I just need to beat this stupid chaos. I'm not paying attention. I'm trying to pay attention to chat and run my show. So you can see Mino is now taking on, and for those of you watching or listening at home without the video, Mino is doing Sarah, Iroha, and Eldnarsh. That's a pretty good team, I think. I think he'll be fine. The Space Whales start with their orbs, and I want to say it's a Brave orb. The entire party needs to have so much Brave for the orb to go up. So, sure. And then maybe they get shields at some point. Scott knows.
I have no idea.
Scott
we'll
knows.
figure it out.
Scott knows. But yeah, the orb can be really, really tricky if you don't have somebody with battery, I'm pretty sure.
Race.
Yeah, this is... Yeah, so... Yeah, so I just did the... Okay, journey continues. Yeah, whatever. Oh, Scott's saying there's three waves of shields. Okay, that's good to know. Good to know. 3 waves of shields. 79, 49, 29. There we go. Are these ones where if you take too many turns, something happens?
No.
Isn't there something like that coming up?
Why do you think I read these things? You know I don't.
I
I
don't
don't
have
read
any
any
idea.
of this shit.
Where's the Lufania?
You gotta beat the
Oh, you have to
chaos
do that.
first, and then it
I
unlocks the
just beat the
gate.
chaos. I just beat the chaos. You have to do a couple other stupid notes.
Yeah.
Keep them broken, or their attacks will be stronger. Okay, sounds good. Instant break. Strago, I think, right, is synergy on this. Strago and Ash are synergy on this. Who's synergy? Eldnarsh, Iroha, Strago, and Ash. Is that synergy?
That sounds right.
Plus Zaz and... Oh, is Zaz synergy on the CQ? That's going to be helpful. Zaz, and who else is on this banner? Papa
Shit.
Lamo?
Yeah,
Papa.
there you go.
Papa, okay. He's going to be less helpful, but Zaz, I can do Zaz, Strago, Eldnarsh for the
Okay.
CQ. That's not
Yeah.
Lufania. No, Lord. I'm not bringing them to Lufania. But you can get Zaz through this Lufania, I'm sure, with the right team comp. Yeah. I'm sure Scott is going to do that. Well, we'll have some good people who are doing that. Shields ain't nothing to Tifa. Yeah, I think I got a team here that should work. So we'll try this non-synergy team. Oh, what it feels like to level up characters. Ultimate boards. Yeah, that's the problem with these new characters. Then you have to... if you let your Mog Pass go because it doesn't do much for you and you don't use a book, right? It doesn't take too long, but it can really... here's the Lufania at 200. What do I got? So, melee resistant, it's fine. Enchant Peril, need a Bravery. Okay, I got Paladin Cecil. So I'm going to Venom Breath, Shields, Zombie stuff. Okay, so yeah, they can do lots of stuff. Question's going to be, let's bring a Jin Lee. Yeah, let's bring a Jin Lee Tifa. Jin Lee always boosts up his characters. And half an hour with Iroha, done 4 boards. Ouch, yeah, that sucks. That sucks. Get that Mog Pass. All right, so what are we going to do? So I'm bringing Bart's, Paladin Cecil, and Tifa. And I think I'm going to burst with Bart's early. Because their orb only starts at 10. Now it's down to 8. So you got to be really, really careful here.
Yeah, be careful.
So I brought Hope. Hope Call is a good one to... as soon as I brought Hope's regular call in, the orb went up. So Hope and Pinello, I think those battery calls can really be helpful. Because now I'm going to do Tifa here. And she's going to lower the orb. Oh, no, they went up. So here we go. Who are you giving her spheres to? She has a good sphere. What's her sphere?
Well, I don't use spheres. What the fuck?
Okay, so now is the time to... I'm going to... Yeah, we'll do... I'm going to burst with Bart's. I'm not sure. I think Bart's is probably the better burst, right, for this situation than Paladin Cecil. They're both good burst effects, right? So, but I think Bart's will last a little bit longer. And bursting with Bart's allows me to get all of his boosts up, which is nice. And beat this down boss a little bit. It's just like Pestle Sphere, but for the self character, not the party. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good question. I only use actual spheres on favorites. Can you refine Iroha spheres? Is there refining spheres?
Probably it's for co-op, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Asking chat. Is there spheres for this one? Oh, Vane BT event later. Okay, not right now. So,
Oh, really? Not here?
yeah.
Interesting.
No. Yeah. We just got spheres for the first. Usually it's once a month, right? The refined spheres, or maybe twice a month. Yeah, just the first BT.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Pretty good. Pretty good. Refresh this. And we'll do this.
Who was it? I'm too lazy to scroll up chat. Which one of you guys are freaking out that I phase shifted turn 1 of Eldnarsh? You guys not play Eldnarsh? These guys are dead. And they're never gonna get a turn.
Yeah,
Are you
right.
serious? Like early phase shift?
There it is.
Damn, you guys are drunk. More drunk
So
than me.
100,000 is the first shield. I'm going to pop this second shield here. So now both their shields are active. What are you? You're almost... Yeah, you... Eldnarsh should be able to lock him down. And like, for all the people crapping on Eldnarsh, he's super boring, but he can lock people down. Like, no freaking problem. Oh, man, Tifa's doing some nice damage. Tifa's doing some nice damage. Battery. Oh, no, I should have done the other one. Crap. I forgot he had the shield. I forgot he had the shield. Now the shield's broke. I should probably do the other one. Oh, they don't have the dumb thing, so don't pay attention to me. So I'm basically just beating them here pretty simply until 50%, right? Missile's the one that batteries, right? Oh, it's stuff batteries. All right. Let's pop a couple of these. You don't need to be real conservative with Tifa's skills, because Tifa's pretty crazy. Hope effect's not really doing much for me here. Can I unpog this one? No. Oh. I don't think I want to get him below 50 yet. Oh, no, he's got a red aura. That's not good. Oh, because I didn't break him. Damn it. I should have broke him. Yeah, that was bad on me. I should have broke him. That was a misplay. That was dumb.
Are you on the Lufania too? I should be watching you.
Oh, you have to do Raw Life. There's a little node on the end after you beat Cloud of Darkness. You have to go down. You beat that one little node, and then you're fine. So. Yeah, they become super hard to break, right? Yep. Oh, he lost. Yeah, damn. I forget.
Damn, Mark's catching up to me. What the fuck? This is what I get for using fucking Eldnarsh. Jesus. Race.
Hmm. Okay. Now we should be able to do some damage. Now they're going to get a big shield. There's the countdown. Do I bring in... I think I bring in the other Tifa at this point.
How are you keeping up pace so much? Well,
We
at least
should
your
have-
teeth is being resisted. Jesus.
We should have... they're wrapped in... They got two different auras going on. They have the big shields now.
God, we're so neck and neck. Come on. Gotta beat Mark.
Big, big, big fat shields. Big fat shields. My big fat shields.
Are they melee resist?
Yes.
You know what? When you bring synergy, you don't even need to care about this shit, guys. Like this is what it looks like. Two blitz out of their mind idiots are getting through this no fucking problem with like we're two synergy characters each. No, you don't even have.
I have no synergy characters.
Sorry, never mind. He has
There
two
we go.
Tifas
There's
and a
one
Bart
broken.
instead. Like, what is happening? I don't even know what's happening right now.
Battle cry. Another Tifa. Shield broken. Meteor crush. And do this. Oh, double Tifa. Double Tifa. I'm using double Tifa, bitches.
Money on Mark finishing first. Oh my God, Mark is pulling ahead. Shit. God damn it. God, Eldnarsh, you suck ass.
Eldnarsh, you are not good.
Eldnarsh is the worst fucking character in this goddamn game. I swear to God.
Is this the other Tifa? Is this third Tifa? Yeah, let's Meteor Crush.
That Fujin call made Tifa not useless. Oh God.
Oh yeah, Fujin call for the win. I told you I would be repping Bart's Fujin call forever.
I regret it. I should have fucking did it. Like, come on.
I love Fujin call, man. Love me some Fujin call. Love me some Fujin call.
Why did I even burst with Eld? All it did was slow me down.
Yeah,
all it did was slow
burst.
me down.
That's
Mark's
awful.
gonna. This is so sad. Mark started after me. He's gonna never use Eldnarsh or Iroha. I hope you guys show. Like, Mark is running no synergy. I'm running like full synergy, and I'm about to lose this race, guys. Like, let this be a lesson to you. Fuck all of these characters. Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah. So for those of you listening at home, Mino is using Eldnarsh, Iroha, and Sarah. I am using Bart's, Paladin Cecil, and Tifa, friend Tifa. And I am going to Beat Rush. I got to watch the orbs here.
I fucked up with Eldnarsh too. I should have just not brought him, honestly.
This is
a mistake. This is a mistake.
You're fine. I don't know what the problem is. You're all set. My Bart's BT finally. We're at 12% and 9%. My Bart's BT effect finally ran out. Finally ran out. All right. Oh, I gotta be careful here with my. I gotta be careful here. They might pop here. Oh, they might pop here. Oh crap. Oh crap. I don't have all my freaking brave. Balin Suzzle does not have all his damn brave. Oh no.
Good.
Oh no, my countdown
Good.
triggered.
Good. Wait, your countdown triggered?
Oh. I just
Wait,
died.
seriously? Oh my god, I won the
man.
race. Thank you. Thank you, DFFOO. Jesus.
Oh wow.
This is one for the record.
Oh wow. That's funny.
Oh my
Ouch.
god. Oh
Ouch.
my god. Oh, dude, I'm
Ouch.
probably gonna wipe this too. Like, it's gonna be.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wipe this too.
Wow. Well, obviously that team does work. I did wipe 3%.
Does it work? Does it work?
I'm
You gotta
not
run
going
it
to
back.
chimera.
No, you gotta run it back.
I'm not going to chim revive. Yeah. I'm going to find a better Tifa. That Jin Lee Tifa. Not pulling her weight.
Agreed.
Oh, that's funny. Yes.
So funny.
Yes, I was not, I needed to Brave Plus, I think there. I was not paying attention to, my balance says it was not battering, the party here. Like he should have.
This is a lot of refund, right?
Yeah. There we go. Get that early on.
Oh, thank you, Eldnarsh, for making this the safest run ever. Zero threat. Zero threat. Thank you, Eldnarsh.
Eldnarsh for the win. Everybody pull Eldnarsh. I think that's what you, isn't that what you just saw? Everybody should be pulling Eldnarsh. No, that's not true. Not true at all. What is the turn? Oh, it's got to be like 70, right? 65. Yeah, Mino's fine. He's not having a problem. Remember, El gets all these free turns, so.
Yeah. Comfy team.
Good team.
If I was gonna run another Eldnarsh saga, which I really don't want to do, this would be the team.
Yeah, that's a
Iroha,
good team.
Eld,
Yep.
and Sarah. Dude, he's capped literally every warp turn. He is doing 130k every warp turn. It's fucking ridiculous,
Yeah,
right?
it's
Like,
very nice.
the thing is, you know what? What I really wanted to say is that Iroha is really good with the niche characters. Anyone with a lot of dumps and anyone with a lot of off turns, like Yang and Terra, she's a perfect third. Dude, like imagine if they got more than 20% of their brave back every move, like,
Right.
and they all have multiple dumps. Like COD has multiple dumps, Tidus has multiple dumps. Like she's really good with a lot of characters. The thing is, as people say, she's not meta necessary. That's technically true, but honestly, she would probably be Iroha would supplement COD and Tidus better than Porum would, because Porum's just brave gain up. Like all these people who have who dump brave constantly off turn, like follow like because COD and Tidus follow up on their own attacks, they follow up on enemy attacks. You know, like
Right.
COD works like Yang, and it's like, dude, if you're getting 20% of your brave back, not just your max brave, but even 20% of your overflow brave, right? And a lot of these people have like 180% overflow, so 20% of that is realistically like 40% of their max brave back. It's significant. It's just, as people say, it's not necessary. It just requires more thinking to build around. Iroha perfectly supplements um, Eld. As you saw, she gives the party a 10% max brave regen. Eld has another big sap on that. And then with the 20% brave discount, Eld was at 70k out of 80k brave max brave every fucking warp turn. Like, you need to know what teams to put her on. And again, I'll never sell her to people, but it's like TCC challenge champion. If you guys want to do challenge runs with the lesser known characters, Iroha is a fucking champ. Ash is fucking trash. Ash is trash.
Ash is trash.
I'm champion that. I'm
Ash is
championing that.
trash. That's true. So what happens? Read the end of the story for us.
No, never. You do it. You're almost there.
Oh, goodness.
I don't even know what happened up to this point.
They collected all the princesses of power, and then they fought the darkness, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Why did he get all this break all of a sudden?
Ash is trash. I want to see how many of these people are using Ash after Porum is available a week and a half later and Setzer's available less than a month out. Like, with Porum and Setzer around, how many people are using Ash without purposely gimping themselves? Like,
right.
For the orb, does the whole party's brave need to be over 15k after every turn?
Yes.
Yes. The
entire
entire party. So you can do this with a lot of refund units. I forgot. Guy carries this. If you have Guy, he fulfills the orb on his own. Bart has a lot of refund on his stuff. Does Terra? I don't fucking know. Certain characters have a lot of refund on their shit.
Yeah. Yeah, Golbez. Yeah.
Golbez, yeah. There you go. All right, guys, this was a special occasion. You will always see me fail Lufania for 5-6 hours on stream, but let this be a lesson to you.
You got
Synergy stomping is garbage.
Synergy
How do
stomping
people play like this? I'm
always works.
I'm seeing double right now.
Always works.
And L dropped his debuffs constantly.
Yeah.
And I was still able to breeze through. You should all be ashamed of yourself. You should all be fucking ashamed of yourself.
That's funny.
Okay, challenge quest while I wait for Mark.
Yeah.
It should be too.
Hopefully, I'm back down to 49% on both the bosses, so and I'm gonna swap out Paladin Cecil here since I got a few more turns of Enchant and Peril.
This is living video proof that I can actually do content, guys.
There you go. It's you've seen it here. First try Lufania. Very good. First time Tifa punching the shit out of things. Good job, Tifa. Good job, Tifa. More missiles. Good job, Tifa. Giving them turns if I can help it.
How do you use Ash?
How do you use Ash? I have no idea.
I don't know.
How do you use? I don't have any idea.
How do you use Ash?
I don't have any idea. I don't. Is Ash even a character in this game? I don't know. Is Ash in this game?
Do I S2 first or what's the
beat rush? He's gonna get his shield back. Yeah, I think I let my Bart's something here fall off was one of the issues. My Fujin call fell off. There we go. There we go. There's a punching through some armor, punching through some shields. Yeah, let's do this. Finisher. Who is? Oh, that's Jack's call. I'm like, Jack's not in this CQ.
Are you watching my, are you watching my screen?
Like, Jack's not in this CQ. Wait a minute. I'm just going to be burning through Battle Cry here, if I can do it. I have 7 uses of Battle Cry. Let's burn through this as much as we can.
Iroha does have pretty animations, though. I'm not gonna lie.
That's nice.
God, Ash's damage is so bad. We never finished that Ash eval. Somebody paid the Q&A saying, "Can we do an Ash eval? Can we do that, Mark, before we sign out?" Like, what? So okay. So cover the cover the changes she got to her kit. What did she get?
Splash damage on one skill, regen. We've covered this like 6 times. Freaking hate Ash.
Oh God, Ash sucks.
Oh, now my orb's taking down here. Watch out.
Splash damage on S1 and S2. Thank you, Scott. Save us.
Splash damage on skill 1 and skill 2. Yep, that's the change here.
Party element enchant on LD. Thank you.
Last battle cry. There we go. I'm done. EX has guaranteed paralysis. Lufania accomplished. Oh, 3 hours podcast. Good job, everybody. Happy birthday to me.
Good job. Happy birthday.
We're going to call it, I think, there. Did I get all the conditions? We'll do
Did you?
Through. Yeah. No, I did.
Okay, good.
All right. Well, Amino's going to finish up that CQ here, but he's got places to be.
Yeah, we can bounce. I gotta
go.
We're drunk as shit.
Thank you all. I am going to share this to YouTube and to our podcast app when I can, so we will not be doing the podcast tomorrow. Check out Black Nero's ranting hour. Check out the fireside chat. Check out Arrow's stream VOD. Plenty of DFFOO content to keep you busy. Check out all these other YouTubers. I'm sure Scott's going to be doing about 100 runs here with this CQ or with this CQ and with this Lufania. So a lot of great people on here. So thank you all. You have a great night. TCCpodcast.com for all those information. Again, you can you can sub on all of those, especially on Twitch and on YouTube. Support us if you listen to podcast on whatever your favorite podcast app is, and we'll be back next Thursday. Maybe have some videos out during the week, but next Thursday with episode 158. Hopefully, obviously, everything's up and running for this stream, and I appreciate all. Happy birthday, and thank you, Mino. Thank you, Black Nero. Thank you, Necklord, started with us, and thank you all for being with us. Have a great night. Goodbye.